search for me, cause I'm going AWOL. In my heart there's a hole, yeah. And in my head there's a demon, I can't take control. I took too much, put myself in the room, just my sins and myself, yeah. It's getting hard and I think I'm doomed, cause everyone left, cause everyone left, cause everyone left, cause everyone
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. How is it going, boys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. Yo, sorry for being a little bit late. I was just trying to get some stuff set up for the day, and I still feel like I'm just behind on things, man. I was trying to work on a big project. Hopefully I have it ready by tomorrow. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. How are the groups going over on the NA? By the way, if you haven't noticed, today are going to be the NA news, boys. The NA. Yo, we got any groups up and running? I gotta log on, I guess. What the hell is that? What the hell? We're just looking through like old WoW game files and he found like a human model. It looks so weird. It looks so janky, low quality, bro. Yo, post it in the go check it out, boys, in the Discord if y'all want to. Got the message pinned. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you so much. Boys, we got ourselves more 5v5s for the day. Yo, let's get the groups up and running. See if we go and peep the cut down. What the my cut? You talking about me, bro? Yo, I just got a haircut. That's all I did the other day. Yo, Dale, where you from? Love the accent. What's up, Ben? How you doing, my man? Russia, originally Russia, but it's not like I'm fresh off the boat or nothing, dude. I've been living in the States for quite a while now. Quite a while. There's a bit of an accent left. I can't, like, I try to get rid of it. There's like parts of it I can't get rid of. Nowadays, though, when I talk to people like IRL, right? Go to the store, go to the whatever. Nobody can really tell where the accent exactly is from. They want to say Russia, like that's on the tip of the tongue, but they just don't want to, they can't say for sure though. But it's like, a while back, I tried to like get rid of it as best as I could. My stepdad was like, yo, it's going to help you out job wise. So you better get rid of the accent. I tried my best, man. That's all I could do. That's all we got. I have one screen of AWC showing the second monster. I love down those. What's up, my guy? Is the AWC up right now? Is that what we're competing against? Are you kidding me? By the way, Arda, my man, how you doing, my boy? Yo, let's get the music back up and running. I think this song was actually pretty good, but I don't know if it was like fast enough for me, man. We got to get something a little more exciting. I like this start, man. I like this, though. It's like, I like, a big fan of this. but I like this meme. EU versus NA, is that what's going on? Yo, that's huge. Let's go, boys. Hell yeah. Also, this song slaps, dude. What the hell? Yo, you know what I gotta do? I gotta take the Dal Edge boy. I gotta give him the whole, like, fight commentary attire, just like I do on my EU tunes, man. I think it would be more fitting compared to wearing, like, random garb. The 5V5 join? Yeah, let's go, boys. Y'all motherfuckers join the 5V5 1v1 Duels. Check the community section or join up directly, boys. Do I have the right screen? I do have the right screen. Let's go. Huge boys. Malachi trying to put a group together. Let's go, bud. Malachi boys, I got a group rolling up. Which character though? My question. Which character is he on though? Hold up. So we got the groups up and running. I think we're gonna have them in Raid's Legacy section, boys. Just so if you have a hard time finding them, we do them in Raid's Legacy so that anybody and everybody. DJ already got a 5-man. Are you kidding me, bro? No way. Yo, DJ with a 5-man, ready to go, boys. How you doing, my guy? We gotta get a second group populated, boys. Check out Malachi's second group to versing against DJ Flex himself. Over in the Raids Legacy, we do them in Raids Legacy with Chicago apparently leading the group. Wait, Chicago is part of the group, and apparently Chicago is not the lead of the group. Boy, Chicago taking over that group. Yo, more than welcome to join up. Let's go, boys. Hell yeah. Dude, anybody and everybody is invited to join our 5V5 1v1 Duels series. Today is Saturday, so we got the boys over in the NA competing against one another. We're gonna see my boy Seamark on here as well. Dude, Seamark been on that arcane grind. Seamark, if you're in chat, also Chicago, we gotta get some threes done. Actually, Chicago, at this point, you just want to do like 2s and 3s once the new season begins. I feel like at this point, like the season is basically over. But if you want a dedicated 2s, 3s partner, dude, I can commit to you, dude. We can just get some games done. Hell yeah. Hold on, boys. Real quick. One sec. Alright, we're good. We're good, boys. I got coffee, so we're chilling. Oh, beautiful. I'll run some threes. Let's go. I can commit to some threes with you, Al. Yeah, wherever anybody wants to, man. I know that Shivaka is like, at this point, is like asking, yo, does anybody at all want to push and play with an arcane mage? And I'm like, yo, I mean, I got like, I don't know what threes rating at all, but like, I would love to. I want to do the last minute glad push, but I'm down next season. Sounds good, my man. Yeah, I don't know. Last minute glad push. I don't know how easy that would be. At this point, I'm thinking like, man, it's so late in the season. Like, first of all, you have problem getting games, right? Second problem you would have is getting games with the games. What the hell? Is the group ready, by the way? The group getting listed. I can't tell if they're ready or just relisting real quickly. Let me know. But yeah, let's totally do it. Like, it's just so, it's like trying to get some mythic pluses done at the end of the season or ratings done at the end of the season. It gets so much harder to close it just to the end because more people are just like, alright, I'm just gonna wait until the next one, and then the new one rolls around, and then they go, what song was that, Dal? Yo, let me link it to you, my boy 11. Let's get it, big of an arena, yeah, boys. Oh, looks like Malachi's making a separate group. Malachi, do you not want to join in Chicago to make a 5-man? Dal, rejoin. That's what I was gonna say. Like, what the? Malachi, you can just join back in. This is before you joined? Wait, what? I joined? I don't think I joined. Or was it Chicago with Malachi? That might have been that. Alrighty, boys, we got 2 groups over on the NA, ready to go. Dally, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. I am what really is Malachi, but yeah. Alrighty, boys. Let's get you boys in here. Chicago and DJ. It's gonna throw us into that Tiger's Peak, isn't it, man? Why does it throw us based on into Tiger's? I was gonna say if somebody declines, I was gonna send us into the grand of the bat, man. Tiger's Peak is like the weird warm-up level. You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird one, honestly. I mean, let's go down. Let's go, boys. The NA getting chance to actually play. We got Scarlet here, DJ Seawork, my man. We got Gaga Daga. Kind of like that name, honestly. Sensei. We got Dally. We got us in Chicago. Word of Death. I like Word of Death, dude. I like Word of Death. That's hardcore. Dude, I gotta add some of those good jams in the duels mix, man. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna listen back and throw them in the list if I need to, but I'm definitely gonna have to think about that. Oh, that's aggressive. We're not gonna do that. That's a good one to start with. I like that, chat. Switch. We got ourselves team one together with Alpharus. Alrighty, on his death knight for a team one. We got Dally in the back as an assassination rogue sensei. Waiting to go as a windwalker. We got Word of Death in the back as a shadow. And we got ourselves Chicago ready to go versus team one. We got ourselves team two. We got Ben on that team. We got ourselves C-Mark the boy. We got DJ Flex in the back. Looks like Gaga Dagger gonna be first up. Trying to see if we can get some Gaga Daggers over into the Alpharus. Big old grippy hand up. Evasion for the rogue. He's Cloak of Shadows as well. Just trying to cover all of his defenses. Quick stun by Alpharus. Force it out. Trinket out of the rogue. With the trinket out of the blind as the pet is gonna be just going absolutely crazy onto the Daga. He's going for that gouge on Alpharus, trying to see if he can maybe control the death knight, but the pet is continue to just unleash the card. It's gonna be the army dead. Join him. Alpharus, IBF to make sure he's safe because the kid shot gonna be Daga just absolutely getting blasted out by all these pets. Quick vanish for the rogue. Does he have dots? Quick disarm onto Alpharus. Try to see if he can stay in. Can he hang in there, or is he gonna get mauled down by the army of the undead? Looks like the army at the very last second fell apart. Alpharus could be going down. Actually, wait a second. Oh my god. Stayed hyper aggressive, allowed the rogue to regain an evasion and utilize that towards the very end at the very last second. You can't even death strike off the rogue. You can't do nothing. The only thing maybe the death they could have done potentially is maybe hope for the stun to return fast enough and then get him down. That was a close duel, man. That was a close one. Gaga Daga. I'm gonna have to give you a name. I like Daga because it sounds like dagger. Gonna be a flash cut out of Word, trying to see if it can maybe land that Shadow Word Death on him. I like that Word of Death name. Stun onto Daga, might be able to go for Shadow Word Death right here. Quick execute blind, but it's gonna break with the Shadow Word Death. Oh, that's so perfect. The man didn't try for that Shadow Word Death in order to give himself that the splashback damage, but it just happened because he was going for Shadow Word Death anyway, just to do some damage. I like that. That's so awesome. That was perfect. DJ tried to see if he can land some traps around the corner. Stun onto Word of Death immediately. Flame shot. It's going to be going for the dot full gameplay with him. Kill shots around the corner. Going for the full bleed aspect of his survival hunter. Word of Death trying to see if he can get some line of sight of DJ. But the man is just hiding behind the pillar perfectly. Word of Death out in the open. He just might have the proper defense. So try to see if maybe the Vampiric Embrace may be enough in order to keep him alive. Got himself the Shadow spawning in, actually getting some decent damage on DJ Flex, force it out of stun and trigger out of him. Word of Death, not a lot of health real left. Definitely needs to go for a bit of recovery. If DJ has a kill shot around the corner, this could be very deadly for Word of Death. Definitely needs to put some dots on the pet as well. That's going to give him damage, healing, and a bit of resources too. It looks like DJ is going to be pulling the pet back. Looks like Word of Death actually has some substantial damage behind him. The nerf to the Feigned Death, legendary of survival hunters, I think also maybe playing into some of the top spots for DJ because he's going for full self-healing. Looks like Word of Death is gonna have to back up out. I honestly think Word of Death should just keep the pet low, but not completely dead. Flex, try to go for a stun, using that line of sight, just a little bit of pixel line of sight, just to get some damage to the Word of Death. Looks like he's looking to push in, swinging around the corner. Maybe it could be Word of Death with a quick fear. Try to see if he can get himself a second pet versus DJ, and that's gonna be PI. Everything has disperse in case he needs to main to use disperse. Super low in health, may actually have to pop a defensive. There goes the disperse. He's gonna be able to regain some of that health as DJ jumps into a turtle shell using that immunity. Both of them are kind of low. Actually, Word of Death is the one low. DJ's kind of out of options. But Word of Death at least got a little bit of healing. Next stun could be really deadly for either one of them because Word of Death actually has quite a bit of damage behind it. Flash Captain in order to try to keep himself alive. DJ not even pushing in. He's just willing to punch at that shield from a distance. Not going to be closing the gap at all. Word of Death is very, very low in health. Has a greater fade. Could potentially go for a little bit of CC where DJ like with a fear. Greater fade is being used. Might be able to go for a little bit of self-healing. Trying to get some dots on the survival hunter who goes for the kill shot. That's going to be your Shadow heal. Can he potentially get himself a survivability? I think it's over. Oh my goodness. He had him so close. I was thinking for a second, he's walking at him. I was thinking maybe he's trying to set something up. And then he's just standing next to him, trying to go for a self-heal. I'm like, maybe he's going to be able to pull it off. It doesn't look like he has so much confidence and then just ticked out at the end, which is super unfortunate. Dally is going to get dotted up. Hunter's marked pretty early on. I think ate a skill trap right before he was able to truly engage DJ, so DJ had his bases covered ahead of time. Dally just taking so much damage. Smoke bomb, that's not going to stop you. The bet is on you. The dots are running you away. Cheat death, but could cheat. DJ flex with Sensei charging out next. Trying to see if he might be able to get himself a setup versus DJ. Does get himself a freebie BDB proc as he goes in for a heal versus DJ. Fist of Fury locking him down for a second. Freeze the trap does catch him in the army. All the images that's going to be triggered out of Sensei, committing some damage. DJ trying to see if he can back out of there using skill trap, but trying to separate from Sensei, harpooning just to keep him in place for a second. Sensei trying to see if he can cut off the exit of DJ with that ring of peace, but couldn't quite do it fast enough. And DJ is still, oh my god, there's so much damage in the last kick. Jesus Christ. Sensei just baked up everything into that final kick. Oh my goodness. That was so good. Gonna be Scarlet up next. The Frosty Mage got himself a Nova onto Sensei, playing with a pet, so he does have a bit more control with random routes that you can use from a distance. Ring of Peace, as it's going to be a poly onto Sensei. Deathborn for Scarlet. Perfect opportunity for him to get some damage. It's going to be a quick re-poly onto Sensei. I think it's going to be DR completed with a freeze. That's actually, he's still going to get CC'd either way. I'm actually very, very surprised. I guess maybe it was like quarter DR at that point. Potentially, this is when Scarlet has himself Deathborn active, trying to maximize his damage. He has 15% more damage while Deathborn is active, but every single Frostbolt is going to ramp the damage up by 1% per Frostbolt hit. So if he can land some roots onto Sensei, keep him in place out in the open, and get some Frostbolts out, he may be able to get some decent damage off it. Try to go for as much CC as he can. Frostbolts are flying, but only can get one at a time here, and Scarlet looks like a lot of his Deathborn does go out of the window, but still has himself those Deathborn images. Just took just a little over there. But they're gonna get some Frostbolts of their own. I wonder if the images Frostbolts could potentially, I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but what if it changes so that the images Frostbolts can also stack up your Deathborn? I think that would help out mages for PvP quite a bit. Gonna be a big damage. Oh my god, Sensei without Karma, reverse the setup, got a huge amount of procs, I think with a big old BDB and then another deadly kick into Scarlet without even, I think actually might have interrupted him on Frost, locking him out of ice blocks, and just basically gave him no opportunity to get a play. Gonna be Sensei immediately trinketed with the human racial out of bed's opener and got himself a reset with a port. Looks like he's gonna go for a reset entirely. Fury comes out with a Zoen, trying to see if he may be able to max up some damage versus Ben, but as soon as he sees the Thorns, backs up out of there completely. 7 minutes into the duel, 30% dampening. Ben is walking and just does one very, very fresh. Sensei rotating every defensive possible, trying to see if he can defuse some of that magic from Thorns with a Whirling Dragon Punch, but doesn't quite connect with Ben. Maim by the Feral Druid. This is a perfect opportunity for go full bleeds. Trying to see if he can max him out right here. Sensei with a not diffuse, but rather a Aegis Trinket. I don't really know if there's much magic damage you can really reduce from Ben at this point, but he's trying to do the very best he can. Fist of Fury flying. This is going to be interrupt on the Flush Cat. As the Cyclone comes out, this is going to be Ben able to force Sensei away from him. There's going to be all those dots with bleeds right now. Sensei could actually just go down. Is he going to be able to? He's trying to see if he can put pressure on Sensei. His man is trying to vivify. There's going to be quick clutch port. And Ben is just not giving much of a breathing room. Quick rate to follow. Does he have the damage? Does he have the bite that he needs? It looks like he's just trying to keep him out in the open, letting the dots rot him. I think he's got him in a good spot. Unless Sensei survives it. Does he get a chance? Trying to vivify. It looks like he's still able to keep himself alive with a BDB and a Karma reversal. Ben may have been overconfident here, but does Sensei still go down? He's still very low in health. Quick Berserk on the Sensei. Ben is just going to unleash the Berserk. Let the bleeds do work. That Karma is going to allow him a little bit extra defensive survivability here. Quick Maim. Sensei again blood up fully. It cap on the Ben. Sensei just cannot escape low health at all. These dots are just brutal. But Ben so far just hasn't committed that big old bite to finish him off. He's just letting dots do work. And Sensei's continuing just to run. He needs to get himself a verify. Does he go down here? He's actually in such a tight situation. The Ben just will not finish the boy. He's just going to be hit. Stun. Dots again. Just not committing himself a big old bite. Flesh Cut gets interrupted. Sensei with Fist of Fury. Does get himself a heal last second. And there goes Ben finally committing a bite. I think he just wanted to let him bleed out and not use a single bite into the guy. I think he was just trying to let the dots do work, but it's like at this point just finish him. It's so close. I know it's almost was Sensei would look like turning around with Ben. Oh my god, with Ben at no help whatsoever, Chicago just blasts him out. And the last one left into Seabark. Dude, these duels have been going back and forth, and Seamark got himself a matchup where Chicago actually has an advantage here. Grounding totem, purge capabilities, you got that interrupt potential, but it's going to be Seamark trying to play the Venti or Burst, which does have the silence and a root element once you get those mirrors stacked up. Chicago trinketing, that's going to be grounding totem for the poly. It's going to be able to remove a lot of the buffs with Seamark. That's going to be re-poly with the mirrors of tournament this time. Grounding totem. Wait, how did that elemental pop out of nowhere? Where did he come from? Because Chicago was polyed. Huh? Oh, sorry, what? Looks like Seamark just trying to see if he may be able to get himself some procs with Chicago. And Chicago, as they heal the mirrors of tournament, are going to give Seamark resources too. And that's going to be a silence, perfect opportunity. Chicago moved a little bit. I don't know how that happened, but Seamark may be limited on what he can do. Trying not to get interrupted. Grounding totem really early. Does get interrupted. There we go. This is the perfect opportunity. Chicago is rooted. Now he can maybe go for big damage. Trying to see if he can make a play. Going to be a thunder by Chicago. Wall for this damage. Trying to see if he can unleash the most arcade damage versus Chicago. Does have a wall for massive damage reduction. But Touch of Magic still on him, could be mad damage, does slam down, but it's not nearly as big as what he was able to turn around versus Seamark with a massive set of lightning bolts with a chain harvest on top of it. Seamark does end up surviving it with the ice block. That's going to be a quick poly over Chicago, trying to reestablish control. Now that Chicago doesn't have a wall, if Seamark can do this again in 45 seconds, which is the cooldown of Touch of the Magi, he may still be able to come out on top on this one, but again, it's a tough matchup. Grounding totem, range interrupt, purges, Ghost Wolf, all those things really do counter a mage in some way or another. And for Seamark, it's gonna be down to like playing it as perfectly as possible. There's the tournament versus Chicago. Ruin of Power, Touch of Magic has the fastest casting speed in the world. What is that fastest casting speed? No more wall for Chicago. Do they survive this onslaught? Do they survive the burst? It's gonna be grounding totem, dropped it down, but Seamark does eliminate it. And Chicago still has the Touch of Magic on him, could still be mad damage, does do quite a significant amount. Silence with the root, nowhere to go, can't really stop it. Big execute, does it take him out? Trying to get a interrupt, is he able to do it? Trying to see if he can finish, interrupt in the last second. Does he get the execute he needs right now? Oh my god, Chain Harvest keeping him alive. Are you kidding me? Through the execute, and it's a wall right now. You can't really stop him with those executes, and that's gonna see him trying to see if he can bail out of there. Goes in for food. Oh my god. With Ghost was up and running, Seamark got nothing left, just needs to survive the wolves. Oh, the Raptors just take him down. My goodness, that was so good at the end. Are you kidding me? If you told me that's what he was gonna start the stream to, I would have started the stream a lot earlier, man. That's so unfair, WTF, dude. They're so close. I got a class heal so much. He literally just hard casted Chain Harvest at you. It's he hard casted. That's not even a Maelstrom empowered either. And they nerfed it too. That's the nerf Chain Harvest. Are you kidding me? My god. I was such a close duel, man. Oh my goodness. I can't get over that. Dude, Chicago and Seamark just going at it at the end with one another. It's just incredible. The hard cast last ditch effort. I know. You got locked down. You can't do anything. You're just like, well, maybe I'll just cast it. And it just gave you so much health and did enough damage to Seamark. It literally turned the duel around. It was like a losing situation. Bop, switch. I can't believe it. All right, chat. We got to get another going. Yo, Seamark, I feel like, dude, the game literally just did Seamark dirty. The game literally just took away that Seamark victory. That was, Seamark played it perfectly too. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh, that was so dirty. Blizzard, how? Good thing Shade Harvest isn't on their talent tree. Am I right, boys? Man, Shaman's got a good talent tree, but not have a Chain Harvest while weird move. I can see why we wouldn't do it. Ready for the second round? Sound good. Yo, Chicago, let me know when you're ready. Or we could have would have won the duel. I know, it's so ridiculous, Seamark. I'm hoping that the next update gives majors just some insane tools in Dragonflight, man. There's nothing you can do for them in Shadowlands, but big hopes for Dragonflight updates. Hey, you know what? Even if mages don't get a good first set of talents, hopefully we'll at least see some changes like Hunters are getting. Because look at the amount of updates Hunters are receiving right now. Because Hunter community isn't happy with the talents they got, and Blizzard's going back and adjusting, and some of the changes they're adding in are pretty awesome. Favorite abilities to go and Dragonflight Primordial Wave. Chicago right now, Primordial Wave and that Maelstrom stacking ability doesn't stack together properly, but when it does, oh my god, it's gonna be ridiculous. Q DJ group, I got you boys. I gotcha. Zomia, I'm on my lock instead of Dally. Okay, so good. Gotcha. I don't say why all respects a Primordial but it's a class spec, but instead of just all 3 specs. Yeah, it's weird. It's not a class ability, but I think they're just trying to play into different playstyles in the spec tree because of the tuning and balancing. You know what? I feel like their class tree is pretty stacked with totems, thunderstorm, lasso. So honestly, I'm not even that mad. Like their talent tree, their class tree is stacked and it's looking juicy. It's looking good. So I can't really get mad. It's a good looking tree, man. It's fantastic. So I'm a big fan. Personally, big fan. And I think if that's what it takes in order to get a good looking talent tree, the class tree, I'm alright with that. I'm okay with that. Hell yeah. Oh man, I'm still behind on getting my YouTube, Twitter stuff out of the way. Jeez. So bad at this. I am so bad at this. Beautiful. Alright, cool. I saved that, which is beautiful. Man, that was a hell of a game. I haven't even had my coffee, man. I'm already awake. Jesus Christ. Switch. We got ourselves Chicago first up over for the team 1. With that team, we have Word of Death, which is actually, it's kind of insane last duel. Speed returning back. Chatted with the boys. We got ourselves Sensei. We got ourselves Alvarez. It looks like maybe Chicago isn't first. Over for the team 2. We got ourselves Ben in the back. We got Seavark. It looks like he's going to be first up. Conjure refreshments for the boys. We got DJ Flex in the back, ready to go. The Gaga Daga, ready to unleash the Outlaw. And we got us a Scarlet, ready to go on the Frost Mage. Gonna be Seavark first up versus Shadowlands Death, a Word of Death. Got himself in an interrupt that's gonna be also full Mirrors of Torment on Word. Word is kind of limited what he can do. Eventually he's gonna get himself silenced and rooted. Actually looks like he's gonna try to commit some damage. Son of Seavark is gonna, oh my goodness. What was that? Huh? Wait, that man went from like what looked to me. I gotta have to go look back, but I'm pretty sure it went from what looked like half health to no health. In like a global. Seavark tricketed. Yeah, dead. Huh? I'm sorry, what? Looks like Chicago again. Looks like maybe Chicago may be going first, but I think it's still trying to figure out who's going first, who's going next. Looks like it's gonna be Speed up and running. I don't know if Seavark is looking for the Rogue, but if he's aware that a Rogue is gonna be up next, his strategy may be adjusted. Mark for Death, I think he should know that there's a Rogue on him. Seeing that Mark for Death gives you an idea. Blink immediately out of that stun, so we know what kind of build he's running. Cheap shot by Speed, as it looks like the root broke a little early. Gonna be Seavark trying to see if he can set up maybe a big old touch of the magic with Speed shrinking it out with a blinder to Seavark. Going for a he's going to first. I want to give Seavark a chance. Ah, okay. Okay, so Chicago was going to go first, but they're trying to give Seavark a little bit better of a chance because Shaman okay, I see. Shaman is a bit of a hard class for a mage at times. So Seavark is trying, I guess is at least give an opportunity to see Speed. But does he have eyes? Did Seavark pick up eyes earlier? I guess he did. Nova onto Speed. As Seavark trying to go for a poly. Gonna be that smoke bomb into a poly. Does go in close enough just to make sure he sees the Rogue with the Mirrors of Torment. Eventually the Rogue is gonna get muted or rooted. Actually, he is gonna get rooted. He's gonna get silenced. As Speed tried to see if he might be able to get out of there. I wonder if abilities like Slice and Dice, like casting it on yourself, does that count towards that Mirrors of Torment? Those Mirrors also are building up some quite big damage for Seavark. Is going to be dipping down kind of low. Root onto Speed. Does have a cloak for it. Seavark does have a lot of damage procs stacked up. So if you can go for a little bit of CC versus the Rogue, he may be in a good spot. Vanish out of the Rogue. Trying to see if he can maybe get himself a down shadow strike towards Seavark. Polymer to follow. But it's going to be Rogue diving back in the south. And Seavark should be able to find him. The Rogue getting restelled does give him, I think, a small shield just to immune some of the CC. Short stun onto Seavark does blink out of there. But Speed is just looking to take that Seavark's momentum, take that blink, run in the opposite direction. Man, so far it's a bit of a tough duel, honestly. Donor shot for Seavark, trying to see if he can pick up eyes. Starting to be very proactive. Speed was hoping to maybe close the gap, but he couldn't do it fast enough. Seavark may be able to sit down, at least get himself a little bit of food, a little bit of recovery. As long as he's able to get a slow onto the Rogue as soon as he pokes from behind the pillar. If the Rogue is on the assault, it's on the advantage, it's on the what is that, advance? He may be able to at least slow down his approach. As Seavark, what are we looking like cooldown wise? No invis, no massive invis for a bit, so defensively he may be limited does have ice block, so he does have the big immunity. Blink into the wall, doesn't really go far from Rogue, but the ulti time is up, so Seamark does have himself a lot of survivability here, does have himself the ulti time with a bit of that temporal, so he's going to be able to recover a lot of that health after that big old explosive. Speed with a trick-in, going to be a trick-in for Seamark as the blind does come out. Speed trying to see if he can dive back himself, does have a touch of magic on him, and is going to be able to poke back out towards the mage. Mirrors of Torment still available, does get a shotgun on Shadow, but he does get Seamark opportunity to at least get some gas. Speed gets some mad damage with Seamark. This eviscerates are actually quite brutal. It's a root onto the Rogue, does have any outs, only a feint. And that's going to be Seamark blasted out some missiles onto the Rogue, trying to see if he can smoke around the corner. That's going to be the mage using the Dora Shadows in order to blink in at him. Speed has the Mirrors of Torment in him. It's actually going to be able to catch himself a re-stealth. Eventually, he should have the Mirrors of Torment given procs to Seamark and eventually maybe ruin the Rogue. Looks like he was able to wait him out. Mirror images are up for Seamark, trying to give himself a bit of a defense as the images can just offset some of the damage he takes. But so far, Speed is not really going anywhere. Got Vanish coming back up very, very soon. Cloak of Shadows available, so Seamark has the big immunity of Icebox still at the ready, as long as he doesn't get interrupted on Frost, which I don't think is possible unless somehow he tries to cast a Frostbolt on Speed. And I've seen mages do that before, just to get himself a slow. Just to get a proper slow on the guy from a distance. Just to get a slow. Just to make sure it sticks. Get a shot on Seamark, all the time is available, so he's actually okay. Got himself the all time to reverse some of the damage into a mass invis, actually I think full invis, in order to give himself 60% damage reduction. Has the eye block in case things are going bad for him, trying to maybe land a polymorph onto the Rogue, maybe potentially root him. The Rogue does catch his resell for a second. Dora Shadows to CC the Rogue with a poly to follow. It looks like it's going to be full poly out of Seamark. Now the Rogue does have advantage, so you could potentially just escape all this burst altogether. Seamark tried to go for Mirrors of Torment with a touch of magic, most likely going to be vanished out of the Rogue immediately. Does go for a Shadow Step, look to go for an interrupt. Seamark was able to predict a cheap shot onto Seamark, has the all the time, so he's actually okay for now. Speed taking a lot of damage, the touch of the magic is going to stack up for a lot of damage. Oh my god, Barrage! But the Rogue is still not dead. I can't believe he's still not dead. Dive over into stealth, get himself a bit of a re-heal. Are you kidding me? How is the Rogue still alive? I thought, honestly, Touch of the Magic was going to do damage while he's in stealth. Are you kidding me? There's no way. Actually, no way. Cheap Shot has a blink. There's going to be Kidney. Immediate trigger for the Mage. Trying to get out of these stuns as fast as possible. And the Rogue is going to go for a bit of AoE. Resonator not going to be able to connect to Seamark. Seamark at least been able to avoid the Resonator pretty well. The Rogue is in the execute range. As soon as you get him closer, execute this where Barrage can just wipe him out of the game. Honestly, like, you don't even have to worry about the last 35% of someone's health bar as an RK mage. That health bar can be wiped out on a global. You just gotta worry about that, what is it, quick math here. That first 65% of their health bar. Like, imagine being bugged out working in stealth. That is insane. The fact that it doesn't is kind of lame. Ice block out of Seamark as he does blink. I think he tried to see if he can blink away from the mage, but he ended up blinking into a wall because of the positional. Not a great setup. Not much you can do about it. But yeah, Touch of the Magic not working itself. I feel like it's PM. I feel like you should still be able to do it. The Rogue just drove in his stealth. He didn't just like immune himself. It's not an ice, it's not an AMS. It's not a Cloak of Shadows. I think it's something about the ability and something needing land of sight, most likely. And I feel like it's one of those abilities that probably doesn't need land of sight elements. Volley onto the Rogue. Trinkets as the Mirrors of Torment is attacking him. Cheap shot onto Seamark. Does have a blink. That's going to be ultra time as well. Massive damage to Seamark is able to at least go for a bit of a reset with ultra time in order to catch up on health. Root onto the Rogue, Touch of the Magic, does go into stealth for a second, just trying to see if he can maybe just get away from Seamark for just a second. Interrupt not available for Rogue for a while, does burn a Cloak of Shadows here. Dude, that Cloak of Shadows and those red eyes of the Dark Ranger actually look so sick. Seamark with a root onto Speed, has advantage in case he needs to. And that's going to be the advantage, and try to go for that Shadow Strike, staying aggressive with Seamark. Throw blink out of the cheap shot into condition to follow. All the time still available, so you can get a lot of health back. Try to give himself a bit of a shield. And Speed is looking for that reset. Man, every time this Rogue has a lockdown with stuns, Seamark has to make sure there's a blink, there's an all the time there every single time. If he can do that, then he can basically counter a lot of the damage the Rogue does during that moment. Gonna be Speed with a smoke bomb, creating a bit of a line of sight. Seamark blinking in aggressively. Quick root onto the Rogue. Does, I think, dive into the Shadow Meld for a second, maybe? Maybe he still has a meld ready for later. Gonna be touching the magic. Massive missiles, big damage. When does Speed just go down right here? Is this it? That's a lot of magic damage built up. Is he go down though? Barrage around the corner. The Rogue is still alive. Oh, gets him solo. Blind receiver trinkets. Oh, he trinkets just to make sure he can get past the blind. No way! Oh my god, that's a hard-fought battle. That was such a hard-fought duel. He did everything he could against the rogue. Speed played incredibly well, by the way. You gotta give that man credit. He played so aggressive. I mean, I know rogues dive on stealth, right? But I feel like Speed has always been the kind of guy that played a lot more riskier for rogues, and I really appreciate that. He definitely got plenty of survivability, but generally he's the kind of guy that will use Vanish aggressively and Shadow Strike in there. And I love that kind of gameplay. What a match that was. I know, right? Seavark is given opportunity by Sensei to at least get some kind of cooldowns. He's giving him a chance, and Seavark is taking it. Whatever cooldowns he can get back, the better. I think it's really going to come down to like Seavark deciding when to go, because we do have dampening that is something for Seavark to consider. He got to think about his cooldowns. He got to think about stuff. Wants to wait 2 minutes for block. Is that okay? I mean, if you guys want to do that, do you want to send out the Death Knight maybe? I mean, if you want to send out, if you guys want to wait until Iceblock, I mean, do you want to fight the DK then? Or maybe Chicago? I mean, we could switch around. I mean, I guess we could wait 2 minutes, but it's like, I feel like that's something we could be, I don't know. That's not a, it's really up to you guys. I mean, I guess we could. 2 minutes though. I feel like, what are we going to do for 2 minutes? It would ball if I did DK. It would ball if I Death Knight. That could work. That could be a nice switcheroo. Yeah, if you feel like you don't necessarily need an Ice Bucket as the DK, that could work too. Yeah, that keeps the duels going, keeps the things exciting, and allows you to at least wait for cooldown to return while also getting a chance to duel somebody else. Death Knight hit with a poly immediately. Going to be Mirza Torment. Looks like he's going to back away from Seavark. Looks like he's just not even looking to get at him. Quick stun, quick grip, stun by the pet. Actually, the Sailor has his proper stun later. All the time for Seavark as the grippy hands comes out. Looks like he's just going to wait him out a little bit. Alphas eventually he's going to get silenced and rooted. Going to be all the time as Mage goes next to him. It's going to be that silence intro. Can't stop Seavark. Actually, all the damage in the world. Massive blasted onto the Alphas. Has himself the AMS. Can Seavark somehow blast through it. It's going to be a bit more missiles. Trying to see if he can get past it. Touch of the Magic is still on. The Death Knight. It is going to do probably a lot of damage. Massive burst. And oh, wait, does he die? Ice Block out for Seavark. Alphas has no health whatsoever. This man, I think, is dead to Barrage. Is he though? That's my question. Is he though? I don't know if he is. Arcane Orb? Root, touch, power, potential blasting, barrage, but he does get the anti-magic zone. Sacrifices the pet, another barrage, walking out of the anti-magic zone. Might that be a good move? Blink it around the corner, barrage, missiles to follow. I think it's like, yeah. I'm sorry, Seavark. I didn't think you would need an ice block there, but I guess you had to. I mean, Sensei's trying to give you an honor duel with ice block. Is there any way for you to get cooldown reduction at all? I don't think so, right? No, I have to wait for block again. I don't think so. I think they'll just have to go. You know what I mean? I think they'll just have to go. Oh my god. Massive kick out of Sensei onto Seavark, who had all the time to remove all that damage backwards. Volley onto Sensei, but Zuen leaping in. Not much you could really do. This is where you would need an ice block. Man. I appreciate you guys like keeping these duels, man, active. I know you, since I want to give you like whole 2 minutes to get an ice block. And maybe you guys can get a bit of a rematch. Maybe the next duel we do, if Sensei's in the team and you are on team 2, and you guys are on separate teams, maybe we can have you guys duel first, so you can have a proper duel with full cooldowns and give you guys a chance to get a really clutch one. In cap, onto DJ with a karma early on for Sensei. DJ actually making the mistake of using the kill shot bleed onto Sensei, which is going to reverse a lot of damage back to him. Does put Sensei on ice, removing all the dodds, nullifying a lot of that value that karma had. Sensei really quick with that ring of peace, knocking DJ out in the open. It's going to be able to root him next to him as the steel trap clams down his leg, not letting go. And Sensei actually may have been turned around upon one more hit. Oh! DJ Flex just kept the pressure rolling as best as possible. Didn't want to give Sensei much of an opportunity to do anything. Looks like it's going to be Chicago giving Flex a bit of a setup here. Let him get a bit of a heal. Give him a chance. Flex went really aggressive. Not really sure what Chicago was going to do. Looks like he's giving at least a bit of an honor duel. I like these honor duel games, boys. I very much like him. Look, Chicago just waiting. He's just letting him do a thing. Scarlet is out in the middle, conjuring refreshments. If Chicago's okay with refreshments, I mean, it's up to you boys. If you guys are willing to give each other that honor duel, who am I to blow against the win here? Yeah, let's keep it going. DJ given an opportunity to give himself a proper meal, proper setup. Chicago was given an opportunity to at least give himself a little bit of healing. The pet attack in Chicago really early on. Ghost Raptors immediately charging out as Chicago gets clammed down by that pet stun, the intimidation. Sunder not quite connected with DJ, but Chicago is not deterred. They're still trying to get himself as much maelstrom as possible. Flame Shock rolling into the bed. Definitely gonna have to get himself a little bit more healing. Kid, go. Wait, the pet actually is dead? Wait, huh? Does DJ realize his pet is dead? Even look at our corpse. Oh no, the pet just feigned death. I thought the pet actually died. I think he basically got the pet to feign death to maybe not have a flame shock rolling on him. Wait, when you feign death with your pet, does your pet also get to remove all the dots off of it? Is that a thing? Or maybe just want to get the pet to feign death and let it just sit there, let the dots fall off, and then try to get a proper camo? Either way, Chicago was able to disrupt the camo. The Earth Elemental out there rampaging on the pet who keeps taunting the Earth Elemental, making sure the Earth Ellie isn't on DJ. So at least he's avoiding some of that light damage from that pet. Chicago swinging around the corner, trying to get a couple storm strikes out of DJ. Definitely needs to go for a frost shock in order to slow him down. Shuriken out of the stun. Gonna be that big defensive out of Chicago, but Sunder onto DJ. The Frenzy Trap is full though, and that's gonna be Steel Trap to follow. And DJ is going to use that opportunity to at least try to see if he can get away from Chicago. As he's sprinting toward DJ, get himself Ghost Raptors up and running. Trying to make sure the Maelstrom continues to flow through their weapons so they're able to get themselves those big old shocks. Potentially could go for Sunder, doesn't quite connect with DJ, but was able to Sunder the pet at the very least. Big Alien Blast on the DJ actually puts him super low. Do you have a Chain Harvest to follow? Is your pet dead? No, the pet is just literally feigning death. The pet is literally just chilling. DJ with not a lot of health available. Does he have a flame shock on him? I don't think he does. But that is, I think, a steel trap onto Chicago. Could be a freezer trap around the corner. Gonna be door shadows for DJ. Put himself out in the open. That's gonna be a little bit of a tight spot. Does go for feign death. Maybe a camo to follow. But who knows? Chicago with a slow totem around the corner. Doesn't quite put DJ in combat though. There's gonna be a camo as the Ghost Raptors charge in. It looks like I think maybe DJ was able to get a proper camo. But I think he tried to see if he can get a freezer trap onto Chicago. Only trap one of the pets is going to be the pet. Get hit with a flame shock. Definitely needs to get. Oh, big Alien Blast on the DJ. Does he have any flame shocks? He could die in a flame shock. Massive blast from Chicago from downtown, just from a mile away. Just needed that thing. Jesus Christ. That is so good. Try to see if he can swing around to a DJ. I think it may be over for the Hunter unless he can someone turn around. It looks like Chicago with a Sunder does end up taking him out with Scarlet. Up next, and it looked like Gaga and Ben were ready to charge out, man. They were ready to go. Try to see if he may be able to get some plays with Chicago. Quick intro by the Frost Mages swinging around the corner. Ring of Frost putting Chicago in a tight situation. Trying to go for that Deathborn. Gonna be quick intro, but the Ice Lancer will do the trick. When you're stuck at that no health whatsoever, there's only so much you can really do. Well done, boys. Well done, boys. Let's get another duel up and running, yeah? Another 5-5 group rolling. Man, that was a long one. Yo, boys, let me know when y'all ready. Get us some teams in here. Then I hope Friday is the same guys as today. Chris, Friday is the same guys as today? I don't know. I don't think any groups survive. Yo, beat. I think there may be some. Check them. Find them over in the Raids Legacy section. We got two. One needs a +1. A is trying to put a group together. Chicago got a group. You can potentially join them. DJ leaving group. I'm group lead now. Okay, sounds good. So DJ is leaving. Chicago. Seawork is group lead. Does he need any more boys? He does have a spot. Yo, Beat, you could join him. Beat. Seawork has a Seawork. Save would beat DK. Save a spot for beat DK. Just try to see if you can join in. Find him in LFG. Yeah, Chris, you can always go back. My stream from yesterday is up, man. Yeah, the stream duels from yesterday is up. You can actually like cross-reference the people that played then and people that are playing now. And I can tell you for sure, we have stream footage. They're not the same boys. AU boys got another whole nother set of dudes in there compared to tonight, man. We have Alex in the Shadow Praise. We had my boy Chrysler in there as a Destro. And we had Mocked MVP in there as well. Those are some of the names I can remember off the bat. I'm not seeing any Mock Dems or Chryslers in here, my guy. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, Chris. There's a stream. You can always cross-reference. If you find someone I didn't see, you're more than welcome to post it in here, man. More than welcome to. Yo, man, what's up, my animal guy? Hope you have a good one. Yo, dude, I'm enjoying these duels tonight. We're doing fantastic today. I haven't even had coffee, and I'm just energized by these duels. Let me know, boys, when y'all are ready, when y'all got a fight, man. If you guys want to join in, my boy Chicago or Seawork, their groups, looks like B tried to put a group together. Their groups will be listed in the Raids Legacy section, so we can have some cross-faction PvP. Looks like we got a couple of groups. Looks like Beat is making a separate group, by the way. Let's go, boys. I was going to say you can join Seawork if he wants to. Seawork got a healer in your group? Interesting. Chicago got a group full of the boys that I have on my reality. Actually, it's literally everybody on my reality. There's Chicago, there's Nick, there's Casper, Malachi. Actually, one more is not in. I thought Malachi Harmo was separate people. I thought Malachi and Harmo, but it's the same guy. Let me know when you're already, boys. Hell yeah. You too? Yeah, sounds good, boys. Sounds good. As soon as you guys 5-man ready, let me know. See if I got a 5-man. Awesome, awesome. As soon as Chicago or B got a 5-man, we'll be good to go. Feel free, I'm going to run some 2s, 3s whenever possible. Sound good, my guy. Probably do tonight. We're doing duels and I'm getting some work done. But any other day. I think, chat, I might stream tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. It's usually my day off. But if I can get work done tonight, I might stream tomorrow. I like Alpha. Healing the duels. That was the first one. I don't know. Group, of course. Got a 5-man. Yo, Beat, I'm gonna get you in right after this one. I just got Chicago and Seaverk. They let me know that you got a 5-man. And while typing, I see a message pop up. Your team, Beat. I'm getting him next duel. Your team guaranteed is gonna play next. Probably a couple times in a row. So you keep him around. The duel's gonna last like 5 minutes. We got Sensei. We got Chivark. Both of these boys will probably just go in and blast him out of the way anyway. So, yeah. Down chose for me what to level next. Done Demon Hunter or Priest? You know, I'm thinking Demon Hunter. Demon Hunters are actually kind of fun. Like Vengeance Demon Hunter tanking in dungeons and Mythic Plus keys is really fast paced. It's pretty easy too. And kind of like the Demon Hunter, like for the mobility is just super fun. Especially if you're actually like questing and leveling out the open world. That mobility is incredible. Priest isn't bad, but I'm thinking like wait for Priest and Dragonflight, man. Priest right now are bad, like Holy in particular, but wait until Priest and Dragonflight, bro. They're another level. My goodness. Hell yeah, boys. Thank you guys for joining me, by the way. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. Twitch. We got Sensei going back up for the Team 1. Team 1 has Alphras. We got Speed. We got Zalmo the Warlock. We got Chicago on here. It looks like it's going to be Gaga Daga. Trying to see if it might be able to challenge Sensei. Quick evasion immediately. Dodging all those fists. Just juking him in the DMs. With a quick kidney shot, ASUS is going to be ringing pieces, but Gaga Daga is not deterred. He just continued to send assault over onto Sensei. Just continue to pistol whip the boy over the side of the head. Quick grapple hook. Gaga Daga with a quick gouge, just trying to see maybe can delay some of the damage from Sensei, at least deny the Fist of Fury. And needs to give himself a kidney shot to get some kind of CC chain. Sensei got nothing left. Defensively, it's going to be quick vanish. As it's going to be Fist of Fury. Does he get a kidney shot? He needs to go the most amount of damage. He needs to go the distance if he wants to end up taking Sensei. Unless he goes for a full blind, he may just go for a blind. Karma, this is where you blind immediately. Blind, the man I think has a clean. Unless there's DRs from that gouge. The sap DRs, you just don't even go for sap. Immediately evasion, gonna be a poured out of sense and just try to see if you can get away from him. Ring a piece around the corner, and Gaga Daga is gonna have to take it a little bit longer. If this is making him some good progress over Sensei, he may be okay. No more evasion available, might be in a bit of trouble. Lexi, no chicken him up right now, he may be dead. Oh my goodness. I feel like this is where this man should have went for a sap, until then a full kidney shot onto Sensei. I think that might have been the safer play, but he thought maybe he was DR. Maybe he was still DR from the gouges. So that would have been super unfortunate. Stone into Sensei with that quick intimidation. DJ just trying to make sure you got that distance. Sensei trying to reduce some of the magic damage, which is quite valuable. The grenades, the bombs, as well as the Serpent Sting. That is all magic damage. It's poison and fire, and it's actually gonna get quite a bit of reduction. DJ not deterred to kill shots around the corner. Oh, that was a lot of damage by the monk, but also even more damage by the boy. Wait, what's going on? Wait, huh? Wait, Speed got a dog with him? What is going on? It's a doggo. And it's got a hat. I don't understand. Is it Speed next? Or is it Chicago next? I think I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I think Speed just got a dog. Where'd you get the dog from? I don't understand, but it doesn't look like Speed is up next. I think he may have confused some people, though. Confused me for sure. I like the dog. Speaking of doggos. Actually, no, that doesn't work. I was going to say doggos, Chicago, Shaman, Feral Spirits, but it's got them raptors. So it doesn't work. Stone onto Chicago. DJ trying to keep the dots rolling in with the freezer trap right after. I think he knows that Chicago got a lot of damage. He's just trying to control him as best as possible. Earth Elemental up. So Chicago should be plenty healthy to work with here. quick chain harvest versus DJ, trying to see if he can leap right after, and Frost Shock to slow him down. Feign death for a moment, definitely needs to hit him with a slow as soon as possible, try to see if he can create some distance away from the Shaman. The Shaman at least has the pet to generate Maelstrom from, and can jump down from the side of the ramp in order to create some line of sight and catch himself a bit of a breather. DJ pushing in, that is Ghost Raptors joining in for Chicago, so that's a lot of Maelstrom generated, actually just putting attention into that pet. Doesn't want to keep the pet dead, but definitely wants to keep it low. Or maybe there's just a summon, because now you got some real Ghost Raptors joining in. DJ taking a bit of damage from them. Chicago needs to close the gap and get some fire damage in. That's an extra dot damage. That can actually be quite valuable. Quick fade death for DJ as the Raptors are on him. Actually looks like Raptors may be switching out towards the pet of the Hunter. DJ with some cooldowns rolling in. So it's a wall for Chicago. Where's the pet coming from? Huh? Felguard just kind of came out of nowhere. Wait. Is this almost pet? Yo, can you pull that pet back, by the way? Can you get that thing to return? What is he doing? Hold on. I don't like that. Zalmo, can you pull your pet back? He's just out in the middle. I don't like what he's at. I don't like what he's doing. It looked like the thing was spinning. I think like we would have done a bit of extra damage to DJ. And I just don't want that pet being out of position. Can you? Okay, good. Here we go. I was gonna say for a second, like, what the? A pet came out of nowhere. I mean, we got Chicago with Raptors, and we got DJ with that bird thing. But a Felguard, that just comes out of left field. Chain Harvest on a DJ out from that Sunder, but a Freezing Trap meets Chicago. As DJ trying to go for Feign Death with Medic, but just trying to recover as much health while he's on the ground, just trying to see if he can literally fade. Oh, I'm so dead. While searching some of the wounds. Searching some of those Raptor bites closed. Stun on Chicago, DJ trying to get some damage out, but again, just trying to make sure he has a distance from Chicago. He's just creating either line of sight or just far distance, trying to take any damage from the Shaman. He knows there's lightning bolts, LE blast, he knows that there's going to be a chain harvest, so any of those things, even the flame shock is just going to keep some random damage rolling on him. So he's just trying to limit it as best as possible, because getting up on melee with Chicago, that's lava lashes, that's storm strikes, that's a sunder, none of that is going to feel that great. Sending out more Raptors in, that's going to be DJ finally getting some procs of kill shots back to back, putting some pressure on Chicago. The Shaman does have a wall in case they're really in trouble. Freezing Trap is going to stop him for a moment as DJ just gives himself a bit of a breather through these Raptors, through the flame shocks. Put Chicago on ice, create some distance, and keep the damage from afar away. And Chicago, they have a limited amount of Maelstrom they can generate. The Rapture, the bird thing, is able to give them a little bit of Maelstrom because they can't just focus it. The auto attacks do work, lava lashes do work, the storm strikes do a bit of damage. DJ swinging around the side, stunning Chicago as they are walling Sunder into a Sunder. Stunning, tricking it into a Sunder just to keep the pressure on a DJ. The Raptors are back on him, but again, the Freezing Trap separates the two. And DJ is just looking for a little bit more recovery. Chicago swinging around the corner, going to be a camo. Does get a flame shock onto the pet. DJ had to burn out a heal with a battle master just to give himself a little bit more value on that heal. And Chicago trying to keep the pressure versus DJ as best as possible. As it's going to be coordinated assault, another freezer trap. Again, just trying to wait until Chicago get cooldowns. As soon as they get any Raptors, put them on ice, wait out the Raptors, then go in and get some damage out. Just taking sweet time with it. But eventually, you should hopefully be able to maybe take him down, maybe win it for that later dampening in the game. Chicago getting hit with a kill shot. Harpoon for a second. Sunder, the DJ is trying to swing past him. It looks like again, DJ trying to break that gap. That's gonna be all. The turtle shell is DJ trying to go for as much recovery as possible. Again, trying to deny Chicago any modicum of Maelstrom or physical damage for that matter. Freezing ice. That's going to be more Ghost Raptors, actually doing quite a substantial amount of damage and building the Maelstrom for Chicago. So survivability wise, he's got himself covered. Damage wise from range, also got himself covered. Stun on Chicago, locking him down, actually putting some pressure onto the Shaman. Going to be a massive chain harvest as Chicago just reverses all the damage, is back up to healthy. And DJ is the one now, again, cowering behind the pillar, trying to see if he can play a little bit safer, trying to be a little bit more careful. And don't say cowering in like a bad way, but like he's like a little more careful, more cautious. He has to be a little bit scared of the damage. He has to respect the damage. Sunder by Chicago is to close the gap with a lightning bolt right after. How do you stop this Shaman? Looks like Scarlet is going to definitely give it a chance as they're throwing out a frozen orb versus Chicago. and they have to get aggressive, but I feel like quickly, once Chicago gets some kind of damage ramp up rolling in, Scarlet is also going to have to find a corner to hide away from the Shaman. Going to be a quick blink with the poly right after. Scarlet could potentially make some damage happen. Deathburn is up and running into a Ring of Peace. Looks like re-poly, another Ring of Peace from Chicago. Shrinkins it, as they know the Ring of Peace is coming, wanted to make sure they have a trinket ready. Wants to keep himself immune from any freezes. Full burst available for Scarlet as they have the Icy Veins rolling. Haste up is available, but can't really get this cast around the corner. Can't just lock down Chicago at all. Sunder with the stun totem comes down. That's going to be the all-the-time Chicago trying to see if he can purge it off. Looks like they should be able to. Emma Bolt getting interrupted, and Chicago again just needs to get some kind of a root onto Chicago and get those frostbolts up and running. But Chicago again just avoiding giving Scarlet any of those casts whatsoever. Scarlet is just in a tight situation, can't go for Blizzard, but once the Deathburn is out, this is what Chicago wants to approach. With the interrupts from a distance, with the grounding totem, there's actually nothing Scarlet can really do against this. They need to get interrupted, they need to let a grounding totem happen, then they can get some cast out, but it's going to be a tough one. Ice Block is used. As they're frost they do get 2 Ice Blocks, so there is an opportunity for you to get a full heal inside of one, then use the other one for emergency. So you might as well use it. That's the only way to really regain a lot of your health compared to Arcane with the all the time and more uses of it. Compared to Fire with the Cauterize, you are limited to what you can do. Try to create a Ring of Peace, but I think Chicago is just not really going to go anywhere. Thunder Totem onto Capacity Totem onto Scarlet. Does try to get an over Chicago. They are completely DR from it. Emma Bolt finally getting set up with a Frozen Orb. Maybe can get some procs damage onto Chicago. Does get himself double Comet Storm. Finally gets some pressure. The Ice Sensors are doing work. Got himself on time in case things go bad. Definitely needs to get himself a cast out. Getting interrupted is going to limit the ability for them to Ice Block. May need to get himself a Cold Snap. That's going to be full Wolves. Trying to get an Ice Wall, and Chicago just clobbers him down with a quick intro. Just denies the Ice Wall, which denies the Ice Block, and there's not much you can really do. See, we're going to be up next with an Arcanosphere play. Touching Magic versus Chicago. Oh my god, the blast damage. What is that? With a barrage is actually still so dead. What is this? All the time? Does he have it Sunder? Chicago trying to live this? See if we just got the biggest blast possible. More missiles to follow. Oh my god. The Night Fae Arcane comes out of nowhere. With Zomlo going to be up next. Got a full stun on Seavark. With a bit of damage from all those pets. Seavark vanishing out of there. Vanishing out of sight. Looking for a bit of a reset. My god. Zomlo actually got a bit of damage on Seavark off the bat. Man, that Night Fae Arcane is just so beefy. And I saw Seavark trying to go for the biggest burst possible. He went for a Catosphere, into a cast of an Arcane Blast, into a Palm, and 3 Arcane Blasts back to back, into a barrage. Chicago's trying to escape. That is incredible. Palmer for Zomlo with a missiles onto the pet. Looks like Seavark is actually going to focus down onto the Felguard. That's going to be Zomlo with a wall as well as a dark pack. I think maybe burning way too many defenses where Seavark is going to go for a little bit of poly, get a slow into Zomlo, maybe get an interrupt. There's going to be some missile on the corner. Zomlo is definitely going to have to get a pet up and running. Can go for Feldom in order to summon a new one. The fact that he hasn't summoned a pet, I think, may put him behind. The longer he waits, I think the worse it's going to be for him. Unless you already used Feldom to get the pet up earlier. Or did the pet die before? I'm not sure. There goes the Feldom trying to get a full pet. It's going to be potentially an interrupt or potential interrupt receiver. Wait, does he get him with a Catosphere? Does he clip him with a barrage? Oh, and the C-Pod. Is there a pet? Did it not finish the cast for a pet? I don't think this man finished the cast for pet. I think he was trying to go for fast cast, try to get it, moved a little early. My goodness. Wait, that's actually super unfortunate that's the case. That man had himself a hell of a game. Alpha is going to be up next. Seavark with the massive Viz. Alpha is trying to see if maybe does he have to pick up the eyes. Decides he needs to pick up the eyes. And Seavark using that massive Viz to catch up a little bit of healing. Sending out damage first versus Alphas. There's going to be immediate stun onto the mage. Does have a trigger for it. Does Seavark play the blink? I don't know if he plays a proper blink or not. I guess he may have blinked a little early. Going to be avoiding that grippy hand from Alphas completely. That is going to be the most amount of damage from these Holy DK. All the time up for Seavark in order to use that mobility just to escape Alphas. And as again, is trying to see if he maybe can use this Arcane Blast in order to spend a little bit of mana, trying to catch up on some of this missile damage. Arcanosphere, I don't think the pet has a stun anymore, so it can be potentially biggest damage on the Seavark with the missiles to follow. Aim is up for Alphas, trying to see if he can crack through his shell. He does crack through it. All the time is up right now, trying to get some Palm Arcane Blast in with a barrage to follow. That is going to be Alphas with the Spell Ward, and so every time he takes a bit of a magic damage, he can create a shield that does give him a little bit more of that anti-magic survivability. Seaverk was able to avoid the pet that's going to be offers with a fully empowered Dark Transformation Ghoul. Does have to sacrifice in order to maintain his health and try to stay ahead of Seaverk as best as possible. Seaverk using the mobility and invis in order to just try to swing around the corner. Alfred's going to stuck out in a weird spot. Does get a grip down for Seaverk, but Seaverk with the mobility, blink out of that stun, trying to chain of ice him down, but he's going to be able to trinket out of the root just to keep the pressure rolling. Seaverk does need to establish some dominance and pressure. Definitely needs to get himself a little bit more runic power spent in order to get the Army of the Dead rolling back in. And a quick poly, Arcana Sphere, full burst on a Seaverk. Does he have the go? That's going to be massive blasted damage onto first. Does he have the blink to catch up? That's going to be no line of sight. Seaverk has himself a perfect setup. That's going to be AMS at the last second. Does he himself another barrage to follow? Potentially, I think he's trying to see if he can get away from, maybe get some missile procs. Grip onto Seaverk. Does have a massive miss with the missiles around the corner. Flash cut available before offers, but does land the interrupt. Again, the Deathbed is in the execute range. Next barrage could be the end of it. I think maybe Seaverk is trying to see, maybe could DPS down the pet. Another barrage, keep it out for slow. With the more missiles right after. Maybe another barrage. Drop it down the intermagic zone. I think next barrage is over, right? I don't know how this man lives. He's trying to stay in the dome as best as possible, but he's got no health. Does he even have a pet? He doesn't. That's going to be full cast for it. Does he dodge it? Does he juke it? He doesn't juke it. I think it's over. One cast, that's it. Avoided the orb. Barrage. That's just strike in between of it. Another barrage. Man, that is super unfortunate. My goodness. And Seaverk has walked out of the duel. Has the ice block and everything available. Speed is going to be up next. Wait. So, okay, so the first guy that got to play was Sensei, right? But then Sensei got taken down, I think, by Flex, I believe, right? So is this like, oh, how do you get the Kyrian bird? I always wanted to know. But that's going to be a Flex. Up next, trying to go for a bit of a bow with Seaverk, giving him a little bit of an honor duel. We're going into high dampening into this one. Basically 15 minutes into this duel. 58% dampener going to be blink immediately for Seaverk. Speed went for shadows maybe a little early. I think it was expected for Seaverk to go for blink immediately off of the cheap shot, but he kind of delayed it. Let the shadow step happen, blinked away, forces Speed to shadow step yet again. Trying to go for a knockback, big damage on the Speed. May have to cloak shadow step. He doesn't do anything. That's going to be a big barrage, possibly. He managed to follow. Speed trying to hold on to the cloak of shadows until a little bit later. Big barrages for Seaverk. Doesn't have a chicken for it. Speed just doesn't want to cloak. Speed doesn't want a cloak. I think maybe he decided he's not going to burn a cloak here. Is he just trying to equalize his duel to make it more fair, more even? Or is he just trying to play it very, very ballsy here? It may be one or the other. I don't even know which one it is. I can't tell. But it's going to be Seaverk with a sap. And Speed trying to give himself a little bit of recovery. Trying to go for the many pickups. Again, I can't tell if this rogue is just waiting for a cloak of shadows for later. Or is he trying to burn it off? I don't understand. I just don't get it. Ultimate up is up for Seaverk. Keeping Speed kind of low. The next barrage could be very, very deadly. Touches the badge to follow. Has a cloak of shadows. Maybe he's waiting for cloak the whole time until he's very... Maybe it's saving cloak until he's like actually needed it. That is insane. I feel like I would have cloaked that full burst on a mage immediately. But he did not. Speed, man. He just he has good control of his cooldowns. He knows when to use it, when not to use it. And it's like, you know what? I don't need it. I'm going to get down to like 1 health out of this burst. But that's just enough to survive and stealth away. I swear. Oh, man. But Speed does end up immuning it completely. Cheap shot onto Mage. That's going to be that shadow step. All the time is up for Seaverk. He does have survivability, if anything. Speed trying to see if he can hit him with yet another cheap shot just to keep him locked in. That's going to be Seaverk with the Ultra Time. At dampening, Seaverk's Ultra Time actually does get a lot of value because it's percentage health. It's all full health. It doesn't have any DRs. You're not healing. You're just putting your health back to where you were. So it's actually unaffected by dampening. Interrupt up to Seaverk as he's trying to get himself a little bit extra resources back with a cooldown reduction. Polymorph onto Speed as he got not a lot of really health to work with, but he does have big bursts. That's going to be Speed with nothing left unless Speed somehow ends up immuning all this damage. That's going to be the end of the rogue potentially. Oh my god! Seaverk does pull it off at the end. Speed out of blind cone back up in the last second. He had advantage, but he didn't have it during that full burst. Oh my goodness. I had the wrong ability. That was so scary. Rogue Soulbind, you did. Apparently didn't hold you back. I think you may have the right Soulbind, honestly. No conduits? Don't need them. My god. What is that? He's been Shadowy Dueling Duels. I think he's playing it just to give himself getting a bit of more of a dance, but Shadow Duel can be useful actually. Like if you're playing against a pet class, if you don't want the pet attacking you, like against warlocks, a lot of rogues will play Shadow Duel to make sure they don't get CC'd by the pet. Yo, Beat, let me know when you're ready. We'll get you up and running, man, yeah? Let's get my boy Beat in here, unless you got no in group. Yo, Beat, if you got a group, my man, let's get you in, dude. Let's get you group a couple of games back to back, man. Let's get you in here. My goodness. Chicago, let's see if we're both ready. Beat, if you got a group, man, let me know. What's up? So excited, my guy. Here's a Shadow Duel because it might have given me a free stealth. Unfortunately, it didn't. Give free stealth. Yeah, sometimes you can use Shadow Duel in order to, like, almost like another Shadow Dance in a way, right? It doesn't always work. Yes, ready? All right, who do we throw you at? Who do we throw you? Because both Seawork and Chicago are ready. I think we'll go give you guys Seabark. Because some of the boys in Team Seabark didn't get a chance to play. We'll do it like that. And Beat will get you back in here with Chicago. We'll let Team Beat play a couple of times in a row. Just because these guys have been super patient and they've been waiting. Almost 60% damp. Yeah, some of these games are getting into the higher dampening. No joke. Seabark with his bonus, 35 HP. My time has come. Yeah, that's so good, dude. Wait, that is actually so true. Atho, that is too true. Oh my god. Yeah, Barrage slaps, man. But you literally gotta wait until they have no team. Please send the playlist using 5v5 Duels today. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Levin, are you in chat? Levin, in chat, this is my full mix. Levin, if you're in chat right now, this is my full mix. Unless it's not Levin up. Because it says deleted username. Unless it's like actually a username. Yo, it's in the chat real quick. Did you requeue real quickly, Beat? I'll try requeuing. Anyone want to join the group? Anyone have someone join the group? Yeah, we got looks like Beat as a group, Seabark as a group. I think Chicago may be forming. Or maybe they only okay. Beat is trying to make a 5-man. Beat! Okay, Beat. Maybe it doesn't work because of LOG. Let me know if I need to requeue. Try again? Okay. Beat, see Beat's group, Seabark's group, make sure you leave all queues. I'll queue you guys in like 30 seconds. Just to make sure we don't get like the bug. We still may, but like I'll try to avoid as best I can. We get bugged up. Do. I'll give you guys 30 seconds while I do this. Hey guys, play pretty close 2 years ago to WoW. Can you tell me how it works for LHM and Affliction like a Bumpkin on the game, PvE and PvP? Chad, hit him with it. What do you guys think these classes are doing well? Which one of these do you think is the best? How do you think Ellie's are? How do you think Affys are? How do you think Boomies are? I think all of them are pretty good depending on the content. But that's not the answer you're looking for. It's like, you're like, okay, but what content though? Alright. Here we go. Try to get you guys in here. Ruins of Lordaeron. Let's go, boys. I think at least Shamans are underrated, but they're actually really good in AoE content. Affliction Warlocks are very underrated, but do have some value in like PvP. But they are very, very underrated right now. Extremely underrated, but it's super fun. Boomkins are really good, generally. They're not amazing, but they're pretty good. They used to be top rank in Mythic Pluses, not as much anymore. Just because more classes have like big AoE damn. We just had a really good spread AoE when no one had caps on AoE at all. Boomies aren't bad. I think they're pretty good in PvP right now. We're looking for a person, Mav. They may be after this one, but right now I think everybody got a 5-man's ready to go. I feel like somebody's strong in PvP, Duel and PvE, and that's up to you. Yes, there you go. Jay got you covered. Because I know that Affliction can do really good in single target. Like I've had a guildie of mine raid as an Affliction, and he topped off. Like when we were doing some of the boss clears, I actually top damage easily by a mile. Alright, switch. We got us a team 1 together with Hamawari as a feral druid. We got us as Matt and Demon returning for these duels. And they're still gonna be first up over for the team 2 for team 1 versus Scarlet on team 2. We got Santa Claus in the back, and we got ourselves Super Gaylord. I love that name. It's just Superman. Super good name. We got Scarlet gonna be first up as a Frosty Mage. Got himself the Earth Elemental to at least get some Frostbolts off of, but that Static Totem may put him in a tight spot. That's a multi-time ready to go, but that's gonna be Ner'zhul aggressively trying to peel Andy Buzz over Scarlet, trying to see if he can unleash the absolute carnage of the Enhanced Shaman Burst. Absolutely just classic the elements of Scarlet. Scarlet trying to see if he can maybe back up out. Icebuck use the last second as they're looking for that recovery. Over on Team Scarlet, we got ourselves Gaga Daga, we got ourselves DJ, we got ourselves Elise, and we got ourselves Seawork ready to go as an Arcane Mage. The Scarlet trying to see if maybe he can get himself a poly onto Ner'zhul. Ner'zhul backing up out of there. Quick interrupt from Scarlet. Just looking to back up out of there completely. Gonna be Scarlet able to at least get some Frostbolts off of that pet. And that's gonna be random procs of Deathborn. Is gonna have to get Ner'zhul out in the open. Force out the interrupt, force out the grounding, and force out CC, and then find an opportunity for them to go full Deathborn, cast some Frostbolts back to back on their Duel. That's all they can essentially do. It's going to be difficult against a Shaman just because they have so much counterplay towards a Mage. All buffs you put on yourself, they can just remove, wave their hands, and they're gone. All those shields, all those defensives, gone. You want to try to get an interrupt from a distance, Poly, then wave their hand, remove another way with the wind shear. Trying to actually get a cast off. Here's a ground totem. They're just going to slurp up that Poly into itself. Scarlet trying to see if he can make a bit of a play though. Finally able to get some cast off. Going to be sundered by Ner'zhul. If you get someone peel away from Ner'zhul with a shimmer and just get some distance, you may be able to break away from the guy for just a moment. Trying to see if he can get a cast off versus Ner'zhul. That's going to be a hex to follow. Does get interrupt on nature. Scarlet could potentially give himself some Frostbolts up and running, but again trying to see if he can avoid Ner'zhul. Trying to get out of that melee ridge. Going to be a trick it out of the Shaman as it's another problem going to be out for Scarlet. Has the cold snap for a second Icebuck in case of Nietzsche. Trying to get some procs. Maybe an Icebuck right here. It does have to burn it, and Ner'zhul so far hasn't really taken that much damage from Scarlet, but Scarlet so far has been struggling to really get Ner'zhul in a position where they're taking a lot of damage. Gonna be a hex, maybe does land it. At least Ner'zhul does not have a wall anymore, so actually Scarlet is able to get cooldowns out of him. So at least no more wall, no more nothing. Gonna be most likely a stun totem onto Scarlet. Trying to see if we got wooded. Capacitor does end up connected either way. The Ghost Raptors are on him. Does have a blink in order to be able to at least get away from Ner'zhul. That Alien Blast is gonna be able to burn through that shield of Scarlet fairly easily. Trying to land a polymorph, but it's gonna be Ring of Frost. At least able to keep Ner'zhul away from him. Maybe for just a moment. Does get frozen. That's gonna be Scarlet sending out a frozen orb into a wall. Super unfortunate. But at least is not able to. At least isn't breaking the CC from Ner'zhul. So maybe that was probably the better play. Gonna be Scarlet with barely the health. Ner'zhul can just remove that shield fairly easily. He's just trying to see if he can purge it off as best as possible. Scarlet trying to get some damage out. Is it gonna be an interrupt? Does get the interrupt on that Poly. Ner'zhul just has the flame stick rolling. I think it may be over for Scarlet, man. What can a Frost Mage do in this type of situation? At least was able to block Ner'zhul for a moment with the ice wall. At least he's able to CC you for a second with that. Man, that is rough. That is really, really rough. See, we're trying to go for a bit of a massive as he approaches Ner'zhul, touches the match. Arcana Sphere getting cooked up. Potentially can get himself some biggie damage in. Missiles to follow. Trying to blast out Ner'zhul. Then it's going to be a wall. Ground and him getting removed. Ner'zhul taking a lot of damage. Then it's going to be low in health. Touches the match on him. Big barrages back to back. Wall is still up on him. Definitely needs to go as much stuff as possible. Straight to power 4. See where Ner'zhul does not have a way to interrupt the big Shade Harvest to recover all that health. Man just took a big barrage of arcane damage and survived it with a fatty Shade Harvest, is giving him all that health back while stealing it from Seavark. Not in a literal way, but that's basically what it does. It's almost like a life swap. But like with the enemy, Seavark super low in health. As the Alien Blast connects, it's gonna be quick and miss. Icebuck comes out, definitely gonna get some healing from it. There's no with the fatty Alien Blast, man. Between Shade Harvest and between Alien Blast, what can a mage do, man? What can an arcane mage do in situations like these? See if I can think to try to get himself some procs. I think maybe waiting until the next shift in power. If he could use that to get himself some cooldowns back, he may be in a good spot. That or he needs more missile procs. He definitely needs more missile procs. He's going to be grounding totem for a second. Does have to eliminate it. Big Alien Blast with a Thunder. Let's see, or Storm Strike. Let's see if I can do this in such a tight spot. Alien Blast into Storm Strike, getting all those procs. My goodness. See if I can at least get some cooldowns back. Massive is available. Could maybe get some CC on Ner'zhul. He has some cooldowns up as well. He could potentially make a big all Hail Mary play. I think it's about basically all he can really do. Trying to see if he can land a poly. Gonna be an interrupt onto the Hex. Does finally get some CC. Arcana Sphere. It's gonna be a trick and available for Ner'zhul. Does at least try to see if he can clip him a little bit. No more interrupt for Ner'zhul for a second, but does get grounded totem. Ultra Trap for Seavark. Or at least Prismatic. Sunder. Storm Strike, I mean. Not much you can do against an enhanced shaman like that, man. There really isn't. It's a tough class for mages to beat. I don't know, maybe fire would have a little bit easier time just because of survivability, but even then, like, all your buffs can get purged. Your shields are just gonna get removed. Your healing is gonna get limited. That grounding totem is just, it's tough, man. It's kind of rough. Gonna be Gaga Dagger trying to be up next versus Duel, immediately walling the damage out of this rogue as the Invasion comes up, trying to see if he can this rogue resistance with the static totem, but the Cloak of Shadow is getting burned. That's a very ballsy move. He's limited himself on the immunity, on the magic damage, which is quite a lot of the Duel's damage. So Duel is now free to cast into Gaga Dagger as much as he wants to. Into immediate disarm. Doesn't Duel need weapons? He hasn't been a Maelstrom, got himself the big LA Blast and a Frost Shock, Flame Shock, so he's actually doing okay. Dagger, not in a great spot at all. Earth Elemental Claw burn him over his back. He can't really catch a proper vanish. Proper restyle. Try to see if he maybe can get himself a big carrying burst setup versus Nerzel, taking a bit of damage. LA Blast does put the rogue back in a critical condition. He definitely needs to get evasion back as soon as possible. Nerzel actually taking a lot of damage. Massive heal. Just caught back up out of nowhere. Needs himself a bit of Maelstrom. Got himself Ghost Raptors, but doesn't have any healing. Oh my goodness. It looks like he was trying to bank up some Maelstrom, trying to get himself a proper heal. But Gaga Dagger just didn't let him have it. Sub-rogues can deal with a hit to someone's easy. I feel like rogues can deal with anybody easy. Sub-rogues in particular. Sub-rogues just have it easy with any class. As long as you play like a god, you literally can't lose. Rogues are just that good. Gaga try to see if he can maybe sap out Mad Demon. It has a trick in case he decides to burn it. As Mad doesn't really commit too many cooldowns, it's going to be a quick blind as he does blur. So Gaga Dagger did not force out a trick out on Mad. It's going to be Killer Shot. There's going to be a demon spawning in. Mad Demon can take it out immediately. It's going to go killing the demon pretty early on and picks up its soul. That's going to be 20% more damage. And Gaga just trying to see if he can bail out of that. Vanish. The Demon Hunter could use eyes. It's going to go for a flesh cap. This is where Gaga wants to push up and maybe interrupt the flesh cap, but he isn't quite able to. Can't get there fast enough. That's going to be Mad Demon leaping super far away. I'm not sure that's what he meant to do, but it does go for a long range meta. Get a shot reversal into Matt. Does not have a trick anymore. Does have an Aegis, but it's not really going to do much against the rogue. I guess it's going to do something against his carrying ability. That does a bit of arcane damage. Gaga trying to see if he can back up out of there. Pistol shotting onto Matt. Matt trying to get some damage in. It's going to be the big fed joining in, but he can slay it immediately. Pick up a little bit of health. Braun joining in, trying to give Dagger a little bit of a cover, trying to maybe do some damage and get some healing done. Fighting a Kevin Slime right now. That's going to be Matt getting over the end of the Kidney Shot. Does pick up the Demon Soul, but he could be in trouble still. If Gaga gets a bunch of crits right now, he could be in a good spot. Does someone to Matt. He does have eyes. He doesn't really need the weapons in order to do damage. He can just literally stare into the man's soul. And Gaga again, just trying to see if he can avoid Matt. Does get a blind back up fairly quickly. Is this man playing a Vanish Lego? I can't even tell. I think he has to be, right? There's no way he isn't. Yeah, he's got to be playing the Vanish Lego. Kidney Shot does have himself a advantage. I think he's just trying to get super aggressive with it. Big finishes. Oh, run through the boy. Taking him out with Hamawari up next. And that's going to be potentially maybe evasion for Dagger. Does go for a quick gouge on the cat. Immediate trinket for Hamawari. Uh-oh. But he does get enough damage, enough bleeds onto the rogue. He can't really dodge those. Once the bleeds have set in, there's not much you can really do about it. DJ trying to see if he can get the cat tagged up, but that's going to be berserk that Hamawari is just trying to take the momentum off and try to keep it rolling into DJ. Hit him with a maim. Trying to get some dots in. Lucy's going to back up out. DJ not letting him go anywhere. The pet is rooted super far away. Then maybe the play for Hamawari. He's denying the stun for DJ. Finally gets control of the pet. There goes the stun. Hamawari does not really have an answer for this one. Barska is getting used right now. Does get himself an emergency heal with a friends and regen. Acid dip slow. We are 36% dampener together with the Raptor's Motorcycle effect. It is going to put some pressure on the Hamawari. DJ putting in. Interrupt the flash cut very quickly. That's going to be setting on the pet back in there with the kill shot around the corner. And Hamawari does land a full stun on the DJ. Doesn't stay that long at all though. Did it pre-faint or something? Or was it just a really short maim? That's going to be freezing trap. Might have to power shift it. Doesn't power shift out of cat form. So it's going to be put into CC. That's going to be some freebie dots for DJ for a second here. Get the big old kill shots back to back. All the dots rolling in Hamawari in barrel form. Does get himself a Barskin rolling, I think, as well. But this man is just out of options, trying to see if he gets a CO onto DJ. Definitely needs to go for more blades if he wants to make a play. And DJ just needs to feint down those dots and then get himself back up in here. Super good to be up next, trying to charge out on DJ, trying to go for a bit of whirlwinds. And definitely should be picking up eyes as soon as possible. I think he's kind of trying to figure out where DJ is. He has an idea. That, or maybe he's just trying to guess. I can't tell, but he doesn't look like he wants to go for the eyes immediately. He's just letting DJ get a full reheal. I think that's what he's trying to go for. He's like, you know what? He's got a long enough time in camo. Even if I pick up eyes, I'm just going to debuff myself so I take more damage. I better just position myself in a better spot so that when DJ does approach me, I have myself a better corner. And let's say he got himself the corner behind the tombstone on the graveyard side of the arena, I guess. Trying to see if he can hug the tombstone as best as possible. Technically go further in the back and go into like that dip. Get even more land side stun immediately onto DJ with a frenzy trap follow and super does go in for a trinket. Got himself the big banner avatar ready to go. He got himself the most amount of damage possible, but a steel trap is going to keep him trapped up in place for a second, leaping in towards DJ as he's trying to see if he can reposition. He's trying to avoid super. That's going to be the big old crushing blow charge. He's trying to get himself reposition. Blaze him right after, get himself a bit of that immunity, trying to keep the pressure rolling versus the hunter. He's actually just crushing him. DJ may have to burn some defense and try to see if he can deal with the warrior. He goes in for a immediate swing, but a freezing trap stops him in place. As DJ finally was able to at least get himself a bit of a breather, throwing in grenades, trying to get some pet damage in. And Super backing up out of the flesh cap to try to recuperate back. And he has the pet to at least build some rage off of. He can go for a couple of he can at least maybe use the pet to get himself a full second wind, which not second wind, but ignore pain, which is gonna offset a good portion of the damage. At himself, put himself literally in the corner, forcing DJ. He only has a few angles where he can attack Super from. He's forcing him to get close enough. It does give him a good spot. He can only hit him from left. He's basically in charge range. Where he attacks him from, he has to be in that charge range. And before DJ sets up any traps, maybe this is where Super can charge out at him. He doesn't gonna sit back there with the pet. I think he should just try to focus on the pet. Stunned by DJ. No chicken for Super. Perfect opportunity for him to get some damage. Charging now with a reflecting case of the freezing trap waiting for him. DJ trying to avoid throwing the freezing trap down, at least just yet. He's just trying to see if he can back up out of this one. Super trying to see if he can commit some damage. And then gets a freezing trap to stop him in place. As DJ Flex trying to see if he can recover as much health as humanly possible at the 46% dampener. Super does have some defensives and offensive coming on standby very soon, so it can be a very tight situation for DJ with a blazer to follow. Does give some bit of damage. This way he goes in for full defensive in range regeneration, gets some mad damage to DJ with a reflective follow. DJ does not drop the freezing trap for him, but Super, I understand why he wanted to do it. If only he have a Bladestorm ready to go, that's the only way he could immune it. Big damage on a DJ. That's gonna be feared by Super. Shaking out of the hunter, banner up for Super, trying to see if he can make a play, but the hunter does end up swinging around him with a steel trap trapped in place. It only came in when he sees the warrior low enough to take him out. And Santa Claus is going to be up next as a demonology warlock charging out versus DJ, but the man just jumps into camo looking for that reset. Santa is going to have to get very aggressive with DJ. They have A-list to get through as well, so that's two boys to get through back to back, picking up the eyes, trying to be proactive. And DJ, I don't really know who wins this duel. This is a two, like both of these classes are pet classes, but Santa can actually get some freebie damage on DJ, and he has pet control, so he shouldn't really be in a bad spot. He got Demon Doggers, he got the main pet, Mordecai sent in, Soul Rod, Demon Tyrant coming up next. Gonna be DJ with a stun as he tries to see if he can back away from the Tyrant, taking a bit of damage from all these pets. Either way, though, try to see if he can avoid it with a Feigned Death. That's gonna be a pets charging back out. He can't really go for Feigned Death because Santa actually has good pet control, as the Warlocks do. Stun on the DJ, not much you can really do about it. Back it up out of there. And that's gonna be Santa frozen, just having to wait out for DJ. That's all he can essentially do, just waiting as best as he can. That's gonna be Santa charging out with more pets. Demon Dog is sent in. DJ, I think, has nowhere to go. I think it may be over. Harpooning, trying to see if he can make a play. Stun, locking him out. No trinket available. I think it might be over for him. Yeah, there it goes. Santa was able to push in and use a lot of offenses to try to see if he could deal with DJ. Trying to see if he could stun A-list, wasn't able to. A-list is playing a Boomkin though, so this is going to be a different duel here. It's a caster instead of like a melee instead of a feral, which I think for Santa is probably the better matchup. Unless A-list just get himself the biggest CC in the opener. Big Roar. Cyclone onto, I think, is the pet. Bash to Santa. Does he just go in for like a Convoke or something? He's just going in for full burst, trying to see if maybe we can make some damage happen. Mordecai sent in. The pet does break free. It's going to be Soul Run to A-list. Down several Barsian. This is why I think maybe we want to push in. Wall up for Santa right now. A-list trying to see maybe maximize damage. Is he Kyrian? He is Kyrian. Look at that Kyrian burst. He's trying to see if he can maximize big stars. Back to back at Santa. Continue to blast him out. Is that going to be enough? The Santa needs to go for recovery. He does someone to Santa. Not much you can really do versus a Warlock, I guess. Might as well hit him with the disarm. But Santa trying to see if he can land a fear onto ASUS, is able to turn this up, but the man is just rotted down dots. There's not much you can really do. Wait, how'd you come back? How'd you return? What the? That's gonna be full dots of Santa. Trying to see if he can continue the pressure. The tyrant swinging around the corner. ASUS dies to the pets? Huh? Wait, so ASUS, I thought he had the biggest damage, but I guess the pets of the Warlock just continued attacking ASUS. Also, how did that warrior return? I don't know how that man came back. I think I know how he did it. I'm trying to say it in chat because I think as soon as I say it out loud, everybody's gonna start doing it as well. Let's get another going, boys. Yeah, let's get beat back in here. Maybe we're Chicago this time. That was a hell of a match, man. Hell of a duel. Hell yeah. That's not even funny. I know, right? It's crazy. It is actually crazy. On the Mythics Dal right now, gotta get some duels, man. You want to join us for duels instead, Grundy? How about you doing some duels, my guy? We can pally for some duels. Join up one of the groups. Chicago 5 was gonna do a res a couple of times. It had kind of our day. Yeah. Last game for me though. Oh really? Okay. We can get you in. 2-minute challenge, so hopefully I'll do better than before. Sound good, my guy. Yo, Chicago, beat. If you guys are ready, we can get you guys in here next. Sack, let me know when you're ready, beat. Replacing, sounds good, my guy. Sure, I'm in. Sounds good, Crundy. Let's get you in here, man. Let's get you in these duels. Did I save that? I don't know if I did. I think it's gonna be 200, is it? If it did save it. 199? 200, dude. 200 Shadowlands duels in season 3, I think it is. That's crazy. Well, 200 recordings, not exactly 200 duels, though. Ready? Pop in. I think Beat got ready. Beat's ready? Let's go, boys. Beat and Chicago. Get your boys in here. I might just have to do specific arenas. Look at down sewers. I like that one actually. I was gonna say I was gonna give us a hit point or something. Oh man, that's good. Also, I forgot to tweet that we're doing duels. At this point, I think it's a little late, yeah. With about 20 minutes left in duels. Boy. Next season should be ready with honor gear. Yeah, make sure you're maxing out honor before the reset for season 4. I think I might have to make a video on like preparation for season 4 stuff. I still gotta make a video talking about that leveling. I still gotta level my character, man. I got so many alpha videos to work on. It is crazy, boys. It is a crazy time to be doing videos and content, man. I'm busy. By the way, Seavark, I want to showcase you some of the bursts. Seavark, I want to show you some of the Ellie bursts. I'll actually want to show... Oh, Chicago, I want to show you some of the Ellie burst potential. I might want to get you boys in like a Discord call or something at some point. I think it'd be hilarious. Twitch. We got ourselves Ellie. All eyes on me. I was going to say Ellie. Ellie is on me. All eyes on me or Ellie is on me. That doesn't work. We got us a Santa Claus. Gotta be first up versus Chicago. Sending out the demon doggos. Sending out the normal doggos. The alley doggos. That's gonna be exchanged with the pets. Gonna be full obelisk ready to go for Santa. Chicago trying to kind of get away from pets. Do the pets lose the obelisk buff? I think maybe you go and pull the pets so far. You actually they're losing their elite buff. And that's gonna be the Tyrant. Wait, well, hold on. Was the Tyrant just slapping the Earth Elemental through the wall? Is that what I just saw? Is that what is happening? Chicago's still asking to get rampaged by all those pets. I think maybe waiting out for that second Falgar to despawn before they finally close the gap with Santa. I think they're just waiting for a lot of his cooldowns. That 2-minute CD is quite strong. Gonna be a fear on Chicago before they can close the gap with a bunch of those handed Goldons and meteors crashing in with more of those imps spawning in. The imps are actually just absolutely blasting out that Earth Elemental as it keeps doing AoE taunts. So there's not much you can do. A lot of those imps are actually just not that useful, are they? They're literally hitting the wrong target. And if only Chicago could control the Earth Elemental, pull him back versus those Demon Doggers, it could AoE taunt those pets. And Chicago could offset a lot of damage back from him. Stun on Chicago, there's going to be more pets sent in. Santa just trying to keep the pressure rolling, keeping the curses on Chicago, which he can cleanse anytime he wants to though. So at least he can remove the curse of exhaustion. Health funnel for Santa, trying to keep the main pet alive as best humanly possible. It's a bit of a stalemate right now. Santa wants Chicago to come out in the open. Chicago doesn't want to be out in the open, especially not with all those pets and the CC chains that Santa has. The stuns, the mortal coils, it could make it tough. Santa backing up out of there with a port, still cut away from any pillars though. Chicago continuing the assault, continuing the march over. Santa does have himself a port. That's when Chicago maybe has Santa in a tight spot. He may not have anywhere to go. Stun on Chicago with a soul rod getting established. The demon army slowly building up. The tyrant charging out in the open. Yeah, Chicago has no line inside, trying to see if they can duck cover behind the pillar, but that's a tyrant waiting right there for him with the curses all slowing him down, trying to see if they might be able to get himself some kind of reset. More demon doggies getting sent in, absolutely surrounded by the demon army. It's the Legion expansion all over again. In terms of like demons being everywhere. Is that going to be a capacitor totem? Interrupting claws on the cloak. Oh no, fear cloak. I'm thinking shadow cloak as in like shadow spell. Makes some sense to you guys. It made sense in my brain for like 2 seconds. Fear by Santa, trying to see if you can get a fear over Chicago, but that's going to be that tremor totem. Doesn't have the Globus to really take down that totem at all. And that's going to be Chicago sending in some blasts over at Santa, but again, left over there with some demons, with some little wily imps just blasting them out, as well as a wild imp sending out a doom bolt in there too, which actually does quite a bit of damage in comparison to the other pets. Gonna be a full flash scout as Chicago gets himself a bit of recovery. Santa playing that night phase, so he got himself a bit of mobility. Also can play into the soul rod for maybe even more of health increase together with a tyrant. So at least he got himself some kind of a setup here. But defensively, flash scout, it can be quite valuable. Trying to see if he can maybe get a sword for soul rod, but maybe delaying it. I think maybe delaying it until the tyrant is back up, so he can give himself a little bit more health, so he can give the tyrant a little bit more health to work with. It's going to be a static totem versus on Chicago, at least able to trap all those pets in one spot. The pets can't leave it, but looks like Santa does end up focusing it down. That is going to be wall out of Santa Claus though. That is a very, very early defensive as Chicago to back up out of there. Again, back to a bit of a standstill, as Santa just doesn't want to push at Chicago. Chicago, every time he pushes out, he needs to go back behind the pillar. He needs to go back behind the boxes. Santa looking to maybe get himself a full new Wrathguard, not trying to go for Fell Dome. Can Chicago interrupt it? Jump for it, couldn't quite connect. Does get a stun on that Pet Dome. Mortal sending him out, as Santa sends out the whole demon army back up and running. Again, yeah, Chicago out in the open. This is the perfect opportunity to make a play. Chicago with a quick wind shear is going to reposition to the other set of boxes. And eventually Chicago is either going to have to wait out maybe with a full set of Ghost Rules, full back-to-back damage, massive Chain Harvest, maybe an Elemental Blast, unless it's not what they're planning right now. And maybe get himself a big old hit versus the Warlock. Tyrant up and running. That's going to be Chicago trying to see if he can maybe recuperate back behind the pillar. Santa pushing in. That's going to be the Felguard around the corner. The Tyrant charging out. Stun on Chicago. Could maybe chain some stuns back to back. The Tyrant trying to see if he can get a cast out, but looks like maybe Santa pulling the speds back at the last second. It's going to send out another set of Demon Doggers. That's a lot of Demon Doggers over there for Chicago to deal with, man. That's a lot of dogs with a soul rod, with a fear right after. Just keeping Chicago CC it away from any kind of pillars as best as possible. Trying to see if he can maybe go for another fear, but that's going to be the the spans. Yeah, having to offset a lot of damage into the grounding totem. Sunder onto Santa, potentially with the capacitor totem. Looks like I was able to avoid capacitor totem, but can't quite escape the cage of static totem. That's going to be Chicago trying to see if he can get back up out of the last second with a drain life on him. It's going to build some maelstrom off of those pads, trying to keep himself alive here. Just need to survive the onslaught of Santa long enough to recuperate some cooldowns, and then get back in here. Get right back into the face of the Warlock. Just to get close to up close and personal for a second. Go for a grounded totem, interrupt perfectly in order to stay on him, but it's going to be quite tough, as all those pets actually do quite a substantial amount of damage. Santa, if anything, doesn't really have a lot of ways to like survive a lot of the damage from Chicago. He can only really do it through Mortal Coils, Drain, and maybe get an aggressive of building up his own shield. That's about all he could do. There goes the Fell Dumb. Chicago was at least able to get a Fell Dumb out of the way. Maybe Chicago can focus in on that Wrathguard. If he can somehow remove the Wrathguard out of the equation, it's almost like having Santa Claus just lose the access to one of his arms. He's gonna have to fight like with one eye closed was Chicago. Stunned her into a stun. Perfect opportunity. Chicago able to cleave onto these pets. Could potentially interrupt the Tyrant. Doesn't have a kick apparently though, so he actually has to back up out of it, avoiding the Tyrant as best as possible. Definitely needs to focus in on that Wrathguard as soon as they can and then deny Santa any opportunity to summon a new one. Santa got himself the full army, and then suddenly up to Chicago to try to avoid the damage from all those pets as best as they can. There goes the Tyrant, despawning Santa. Actually looking kind of healthy. Chicago backing up out of it completely. There's going to be some Necrolord burst available for Chicago. Try to see if they can get some damage rolling in into a Mortal Call right after. Hand to go down, ready to go. Chicago hit with a stun, more pets joining in. Santa not really going anywhere, just gotta stay in next. Chicago sending out even more pets. It's gonna be actually implosion. I think he's just trying to see if he can max up a little bit extra burst with that implosion, which is interesting. And actually it maybe a better move right now with implosion, because it does have like some. So your imps with the tier set, especially the big new wild imps, I think when you implosion them, they actually do basically the same amount of damage to target as if they got a full cast out, just more instant. So maybe there's some burst potential behind it. Swapping the wrong person as Chicago gets hit with a stun. That's going to be static totem onto Santa. Walking towards the gateway, maybe about to take it. Chicago going for an interrupt with a capacitor onto Santa, but looks like Chicago's going to back up out of this. Santa's low in health, but so is Chicago. He may actually be in trouble. Double Wrathguard on him, so that could be really, really bad for him. Looks like one of the pets does disappear though. Only Wrathguard up. The Feldguard is gone. 8 minutes into it, really. Gonna be Demon Dog is joining in. Mortal Call Chicago with a Tyrant. Does go for the trick and interrupt Santa. Try to see if he can back up out of there. Definitely needs to get himself a Tyrant. It's gonna be all this pets empowered. Obelisk right next to him. Chicago, wait, the Obelisk is nearby. You could kill the Obelisk. That's gonna be full stun. Oh my goodness, Santa does end up committing full damage versus Chicago. Try to see if he can go towards the gateway and just try to let the pets slow down Sensei as best as possible. Does have a stun. Quick fear cast onto Sensei. Is able to get away from him. What's Speed doing out here? Huh? Is he waving? What is Speed doing? At least it's not in the way of these boys. Fury flying for Sensei. Try to see if he can take down Santa. Does go for the touch of death. Put him in the ground. Letting him stay there. My goodness. He dropped Earthshield at the start. And Earther meme? Wait, who did? Yo, Beat is cheating. Did he? Wait, B dropped an Earthshield at the start on you. Dropped Earthshield at the start and Earth binded me. Wait, Ner'zhul? Did it give that Warlock a... Took a picture of his dead body. Wait, what? He took a picture of his dead body? Oh, okay, I was gonna say for a second. Because I'm looking at a hand raised. Wait. Did something happen actually? Did Ner'zhul actually did give the Warlock a shield and Earthbinded? I may have to look at that again, but I guess we'll be able to see it. I will be able to go look at it. I will be able to see it if he did. That's unfortunate if that's true. That's super, super unfortunate if that's true. Or maybe he had it pre-dropped ahead of time and they just walked by. I don't know. I guess I'll be able to look. I'll be able to see. Back to Duel, the boys though. Mad Demon versus Sensei. After Sensei taking down Warlock, he has to go versus Mad. That's gonna be Lexi. Does not have a trinket. Oh, I think it's over. Yeah, big old kick. Sensei, there's nothing that stops that boy at the very, very end. Super good to be up next. Try to see if you can charge out from Sensei. Hit him with a piercing howl. Try to slow him down just a little bit. Sensei, I think he got himself a proc for a spinning crane kick. Bladestone out of Super. But it looks like the Bladestone wasn't enough to keep himself moving. Got himself the banner. I think maybe we'll try to go for a Bladestone to see if maybe we can get past the Bring a Beast. Why am I drawing a blank on that one? It's the most used ability by monks. Super with the Bladestone right after. Got himself the big avatar. Potentially could be massive. Sensei does close the gap. There's going to be also full Reckless Abandon at the ready. Just needs to get himself some crushing blows to catch back up with Sensei. As long as he gets a couple of crushing blows around the corner, he should be able to do it. Sensei with a mad forward to try to see if he can rip this out of there completely. And got himself a flash cap rage to go super, literally goes to sleep. This man is out of mobility. Also, I like the way the flesh cup looks when you're laying down, by the way. That looks fantastic. That actually looks really, really good. Just raise your hands while laying down. Looks like you're just on the floor stretched out. Gonna be super taking a lot of damage out of Fist of Fury. So when all those images, can this man survive and charge out towards Sensei? But he can't close that gap with a Ring of Peace. Just not letting him get close enough. Does he have any more healing? This man might be under a ton of pressure into a full Reckless Abandon, trying to turn it around for Sensei. But with that Karma, there's as much he can really do. And that Karma does send him over the edge. He may have had a Battle Master's Trinket or a Commanding Shout. falling off at the last second there. But that's about all he could really do. Ali, I keep calling you Ali. Ali is on me. All eyes on me. All eyes going to be up next versus Sensei. Trying to see if he may be able to do something. Gonna be a full kidney shot by the rogue. Got himself the full burst of the Sensei. Mad damage of the Sylvester Cheap Turnaround. Oh! Didn't give him a chance. Just absolutely did not give that boy a chance at all. Taking him out. Is it gonna be Alphas next? I think it's gonna be Alphas next. Versus All Eyes. Gripping Ner'zhul? Wait, what? Why is he going up against Ner'zhul? Bro? Is Ner'zhul dead? Why'd he kill Ner'zhul? Wait, Alpha just took out Ner'zhul and now he's fighting All Eyes on me? Wait, is he gonna go for 2v1? What? What happened? Chat, did something happen? Because Alpha just kind of ran at him. I decided I'm gonna check out Ner'zhul. The Rogue opened up on him and he knows he should be fighting Rogue, but he opened up versus Ner'zhul first up. All eyes and both Alphas are both real low. I don't even know. He was healing the Rogue. I thought he was BM. Wait, did he heal the Rogue? Did he heal the Rogue? I guess we could see it. Get placing totems that would help his humans that are near, like Wind Fury. Was he? Oh. Huh. I didn't even think about Wind Fury. Did he actually heal Ner'zhul? Did he heal the Rogue while he's in combat? After the Rogue won? Oh, yeah. You probably shouldn't be healing the guy. Like, it's a 5v5 1. Like, if the Rogue won, let the Rogue use his own self-healing tools to recover. You don't need to heal him. He was healing, dropping a healing totem. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not... That's usually... I guess we don't technically have a rule, but a lot of you boys are right. That normally isn't part of the 5v5 duels. That normally isn't part of the 5v5 duel arena. Yeah, like dropping on totems like that to heal an ally. Yeah, like to me that makes sense. Like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. And you guys are always saying the same thing. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I just never thought about it. I guess like, oh wait, we actually don't have a rule on it, but I guess we just have a normal understanding of that. That's just not what you do. Yeah, you guys are right on that one. Yeah, so I guess you can't really get mad at Alpha focusing him down. Because honestly, if Al didn't focus him down, then All Eyes and me would have just had all these buffs. So it's like kill the guy with the buffs, so then you can have a proper duel with the Rogue. Yeah, I actually, Al, I don't have nothing against him. I don't think that was wrong at all. Yeah. Zola, I guess, does go down though. Yeah, this duel's a little bit wacky tonight, boys. This last duel here, this duel right now, is a little bit wacky. I'm not even gonna lie. Huh. Crazy. The Chicago is a beast. Give him enough out of combat totems and he'll be unstoppable. Wait, so he did give him like combat totems. Wait, so he kept giving combat totems to the Warlock too? Is that what I'm saying? Is that what you're hearing? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like in a 3v3 arena, combat totems definitely do, but like in a 5v5 1v1, certain buffs we can't really control. Like, you know, warrior buff, praise buff, mage buff, you know, you just use it for yourself, but it'll just get applied to everybody anyway. Warlock Hellstones, you can't really stop somebody from like taking one cookie and using it in combat. So certain of these buffs, like we're like, yeah, okay, those we can really control. But like not dropping totems, that's control, but it's like, don't press it. You know what I mean? I totally understand what you guys are saying though. All eyes on me. Try to see if he might be able to turn around for speed. Immediate check by the Rogue. Cheap shot to follow. Next blind could be the winner. Blind by All Eyes. Does he make a mistake though? That is my question. Yeah, I didn't know what happened, boys. I am glad you guys noticed. Thanks for letting me know. I'll need to go back and look exactly what happened. But yeah, I agree with you, boys. That shouldn't be happening. You guys are correct. You guys are correct. I like how All Eyes at least try to keep the duels going. I try to keep a 1v1 rolling. I'm glad he's taking an opportunity here. I think it's over for speed. Unless you got cheat death. Ah, dude, rogues are insane right now. Yeah, Beat, if you were playing combat buffs to allies, yeah, let's not do that. We technically don't have a role on it, but as you can see, the chat has an understanding that, yeah, as part of the 5v5 1v1 thing, I was just sending corner press and random abilities. If those random abilities include totems, that still helps your allies. If it's like you're just sending corner press and crash lightning, nobody cares about a crash lightning. If it's out there pressing abilities, yeah. It definitely should have blinded. Yeah, it's all good. It basically was one of those situations where whoever blinds first wins. Bro, 1v1? Yeah, it's a 1v1 thing. Yeah, technically it's like, oh, technically there isn't a rule. Yeah, but it's like, is it in spirit of the 5V5 1v1? Certain buffs you can control, like there's an exception, but it is in spirit of 5V5 1v1. Hey, I just messed around and told him, oh, I didn't know if it healed my ally. I don't know, man. It's one of those weird ones. I feel like it's one of those that can be argued, but it's like, it's not in spirit of 1v1, so it should be pressed. Simple. Simple. Although I do like it, that's tricky. I guess we maybe should just add into the rules then. I guess I could update rules. Shamans keep the totems to yourselves? I guess I could add that as a rule. Special rules. I guess that's a special rule. Shamans, please. Shamans can use totems to buff themselves, but shamans can only use totems when they are dueling and in combat. Otherwise, it defeats the spirit of 1v1s. Added. There we go. Now there's an actual rule. And now we can just be like, check the rules. Chat. Okay, next time you see a shaman that's randomly dropping totems, I allow somebody, if you've seen some shenanigans, I allow you to be a totem sniper. I allow people to just use our combat abilities to snipe totems. If you see somebody actually doing it in the future, and you notice it, and you think, oh man, that's against spirit of 1v1s. If somebody's like not in combat, not dueling, drop your totems to help your allies, if you want to be the person sniping totems, I'm perfectly okay with that. So if like Speedlow went to just kind of mows you over, see Wind Fury, backstab it, I wouldn't have a problem with it. He's not attacking the shaman. He's just gonna totem. That's not a problem at all. He's dropping down a heal totem, snipe it. I'm okay if somebody does. I'm okay if somebody does. If you want to help out with that, chip away at the totems, I'm perfectly okay with that. But healing and something like that, yeah, it's that stuff sucks. Like if you're in dueling and you're dropping totems to help you win, I'm cool with that. If you're dropping around totems that benefit the party, yeah. It does have a. I mean, don't get me wrong, chat. Healing stream totem is a good totem. But that's a suspicious amount of healing from a totem, especially when you're like, if we talk about like how much you dueled, he did end up healing about 224,000 health of somebody. Part of it was his, maybe, but that is a lot of health. That is like what, at least 3 full health bars. That is at least 3 full health bars. I mean, maybe it healed some of the warlock pets, but still, like that just seems like a lot. Oh. What is it? Does not show like a real, not sure if you did. Healing done? I mean, that is like a, I mean, Chicago like out there healing, it's kind of a bit. How about lock candy? So lock candy, again, like there's some special rules we don't allow. Like warlock candy, that one is very, very difficult to like track. So warlock candy would generally allow it. Because there are some directions, say like you have a feral druid versus an arms warrior. Arms warrior has no healing, but if the arms warrior can use the warlock candy to give himself a little bit of healing, just to even out these odds against the feral druid who can just heal himself forever, I think it's perfectly fine. Plus, it's also impossible to control, whether it's like somebody has a warlock cookie or whether they doesn't. So rules that we cannot control at all, we just kind of let it happen. Raid buffs are fine, like warrior buff, they're gonna buff themselves, they're gonna end up buffing the party. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. Priest buff, mage buff, same deal. Warlock cookie, same deal. Gateway, usually a warlock can like set it up when they're about to start dueling, but like sometimes the priest set it. If it happens, not much you can do about it. What's up, Corey? How you doing, man? Yeah, so there's some rules that we have, chat. We have a Discord with all the rules and stuff, but we generally have had a pretty consistent rules, and they do adjust slightly. So there are some special rules that change depending on expansion, depending on seasons. Like actually I gotta change the rule about Shadow Priests. Shadow Priests are right now allowed to use Void Shift on the party members. If a Shadow Priest, because the Shadow Priests are kind of struggling duels, but rogues can only Shadowy Duel on the target they're fighting, because some rogues would use Shadowy Duel to like, oh, let me use it on the guy that isn't fighting, so the guy I'm fighting can't see me, but I can catch a reset. But like, if you want to use Shadowy Duel, you can, just use it on a target you're fighting. Shadow Priests right now can use Void Shift on their ally when they're in combat. They're allowed to. Normally we had like, don't use Void Shift, you guys are way too tanky. Nowadays they're not really tanky, so they can use Void Shift to heal themselves. So Shaman's using totems the one dueling. I feel like that one do need to be a rule, but I guess it is now. We're trying to keep the rules, we're trying to keep the rules simple. right? The simpler the better, because when you have rules where Pally buff, Pal's, oh, you mean like Devo? It's 3% damage reduction or interrupt stuff. I don't know. You guys think 3% is big in PvP? I don't think so. Interrupt stuff could be kind of big, but I don't know. That hasn't been a problem yet, I don't think. We need another team. Do we have groups? Do you guys still want to do more? Dalaran hosted my own group back with Blackjack and like to be announced people will join. Oh, we did, yeah. Yo, Bellator got a group, boys. Are we doing more? Are we done skewed now for the night, boys? If we got groups, we can do more. If we're done, we're done. Let me know. With Blackjack and would like to be announced people join. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? It shouldn't be a rule. It goes without saying. Helpful stress these things and whatever. That's pretty cringe. I'm done. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, it shouldn't. If it goes against spirit of 5V5 1v1, it's pretty like. I mean, you guys were like all on the same page, so like it's not like we even gotta argue about it, right? We're not arguing at all. Even we're all on the same page. Like it doesn't matter. We got a group. What do we call it here, chat? I decided not to say the word on stream. Wait, really? Roll? Usually blackjack and hookers, but oh, that's fine. Yeah, hookers are okay. Any hookers in the chat there have a problem with it? But the more and more dominant rogue, the more I made the DM. Dude, it's looking so good in DM. It's actually looking really good. A lot of my channels don't work, but like once they do, the potential of rogues could be incredible in Dragonflight. It's looking real juicy, boys. Real juicy. Try when you want to spec me? We could. Yo, if you got any groups, boys, that got up and running, Beat got a group. I don't know if Siva got a group. I don't know if Bella got a group. How's my own group? I can't tell if you're legit or not, but Belly, if you have a group, host it in the Red Legacy. We'll give you guys like 5 minutes if we don't see any groups. We'll probably call it here, because we actually had almost a full proper stream today. I am a little bit late today though. But if I want to get any work done, calling it out from me would be beneficial. Yeah, because the chat. Because said, and now I hosted my own group with Blackjack and hookers. I was wanted to say Blackjack and hookers. I was like, oh, any hookers in chat from PlayStation to look, dude. Was it? Maybe. Any hookers in chat. It's a joke, Fred. It's just a joke. It's played off of what I said. It's played off of what I said. I don't stop feeling the alpha. The sub doesn't really feel any different. It's also got. It doesn't feel any different. It does have some channels that don't properly work, and a lot of channels that are still NYI. I like the 1v1 Chicago for sure. Nobody queues up. I'm alone. Oh no. If I was at 1v1, so Chicago is done for the night, Bellator, but maybe next week they'll be down to. Chicago is done for the night. But yeah. Frick, I love chilling these duels. Holy moly. How's it going, brother? What's up, Sorry, my man? Yo, doing good, dude. Doing great. I had a fantastic duel so far tonight. Dude, you should have been here. The first duel, Soren. Oh, I can't wait to post it. But the first duel with Chicago and Seamark, it was so close. I was at the edge of my seat. That duel woke me up before I even had any coffee for the day. It was so good. But yeah, Corsair sub doesn't feel any different. A lot of your channels right now in NYI, which means not yet implemented. They're not working yet. It's a good spec. Did some duels inside DPS was trash much or something was bugged. I think it's just a lot of the talents are bugged, right? So if you're like right now, I think it's way too early. Like don't. The DPS may be trash. Although I don't like to talk about the DPS of a class right now because it's in the early alpha, because that's not how the damage is gonna be. And I feel like that's something that yeah, I just feel like DPS, because talking about it now, like none of the classes have seen tuning. So I guess what we could really talk about classes speculative way, or the potential. The SATA should play basically how it does right now. They didn't get too many new tools, but it is possible to get some stuff in there though. Nobody queues, I guess I'm all alone. Yo, Bellator, did you queue us? Bellator, queue the group in Raids Legacy. We do queues now in Raids Legacy, so we can use cross factions. So if you queue in like a cross faction in custom PvP, you can only get Hordes or Alliance depending on your faction. But if you do it in Raids Legacy, which is how we've been doing, then we are able to get the cross faction involved, so then boys from either Alliance or Horde can join them. Or if you want to just join our 5v5 Dueling community, some of the boys that chilling here, they're always looking for groups, always looking for people to play with. They're like, yo, anybody groups? Any good groups? Yeah, I can help you get some raids done. Some raids? Like in what, next season or something? Or are you talking about getting raids done now? You gotta just, I would suggest looking for a raiding guild, Grundy. I think it would help you get some gear, man. Look for like a local raiding guild that maybe does some good for normal. There you go. So you got a group, boys. We'll give them a little bit of time. We'll see if Bellator gets a group. We got Beat with a group. We got Belly looking for some boys in here. We can maybe get them both in here, boys. We'll give them a little bit of time. But worst to worst, like if we don't get a group in 5, boys, we'll call it there. Yeah. Look at myself making a group streamer. Dude, they're so good. They're actually so good. Hold on. Let me show this in chat, dude. Yo, boy, join our Discord so you can see these meme goodness. Look at this. Teamwork, when he's opponent is 35 HP, my time has come. Teamwork, make it roll better or arcade pubs. That is so good. Come on, mages do deserve it. Need some more? Let's go, boys! Hey, we got a group. Let's go. Yeah, so Beat, try not to drop down any like buff totems. Or you know what, Beat, if you go first, win or lose. Like if you die, you can't really do totems for anybody else. So you can be like, yo, can I go first? Because if you're just idling and you just can't help but just drop random totems, like you can just go first, right? And then if you lose or win, if you win, you win. If you lose, then no totems and you're good to go, right? That will work out. You could be like, yo, boys, you don't mind if I go first? I just got really bad ADD. I just got to get something done, dude. I don't like idle hands. Have them all roll and they'll be like, all right, I go first and we'll get a roll afterwards. I think they'll understand. Please remind me, can I join? Yo, Grundy, if you want to join, Bellator, I think, got a group. If you want to join in. I'm still ready for anything. Please invite me. Yeah, man, you're still on G. Still on G. How? Just LG. That's all. That's a new one. How to respect mid Dota Syndrome. Yeah. A lot of the talents right now, Cora, just don't work for rogues. LFG, we got a group in LFG. We got 2 groups available, Beat and Bellator in Red's Legacy. If you guys find them, 5 fallen ones. Jesus, yeah, it's a weird one. But it is different. At least it's not like bots promoting websites and stuff. That's new. Custom? It's in Raid's Legacy. We're looking for more in Raid's Legacy so we can do the cross-faction thing. But boys, thank you so much for joining tonight, by the way. I've been having a really good time with y'all. It's super fun hanging out with the boys, man. Tomorrow, I'm thinking more alpha, dudes. I'm thinking tomorrow, more alpha. If I stream. No guarantee, though. I plan on streaming, but we'll see. I got a big project I'm gonna work on tonight. My goodness, dude. I was messing around with some burst. I guess it's gotta give away the title of the video. But I was messing with some of the potential class burst. My goodness, dude. It could be real good. I might need to go all crit on my Shami. Try to see if it can roll good. Roll high. Because I know the case, really. Beautiful. Join? Sound good, my man. Yo, let me know if you guys are ready. I'll get you guys up and running. But yeah, let's keep this duel clean, man. Keep it a proper 1v1. No totems for your party, none of that, right? None of that stuff. Unless they fix it when Walker feels bonkers and talents. Yeah, no, I feel like, again, like an early look at the classes is going to be really, really weird. But told if one can master Rogue, the WoW got some grad immunity to boredom, for real. Yeah, Rogue used to be that class. That's, if you can play Rogue, you can play literally any one of them. Bellator. Let's get you guys back in here, yeah? Get you guys back up in a 5v5 1. Oh, Tolvaron Arena. I was hoping we wouldn't get that. Yesterday we didn't even get enough duels. Actually, instead of doing the last duel, we did hook point instead of Tolvaron. But I think we had about the same amount of duels too. Alrighty, boys. Get some going. Go Twitch. You're gonna have any idea what the hell the talents are. The rest of the talents, I think it's gonna be every single week we're gonna get a single class or 2 classes or so. This week we got a shaman, so next week we'll probably get at least 1 or 2 more classes. I think it's going to be over the next 6 weeks. How many classes do we have left? We have like less than half the classes have all their updates, so maybe they'll only do like 2 classes a couple of weeks in a row. It all depends, but we'll have to wait and see, Cora. I think for the next week's update, man, Tuesday, Wednesday most likely. We'll just have to wait and see. Alrighty, boys, we got ourselves. Wait, switch. I don't know if I did or not. All eyes on me. BDK on the unholy. We got ourselves Bleed in here. Matt Demon Super versus Team 2. We got ourselves Alpha's ready to go. We got Bellator on his Fury Warrior. A-list, we got ourselves Star Walker, and we're missing one, which is unfortunate. But hopefully we'll get him in here at some point. Bleed, gonna be first up. Alvarez getting opened up on immediately. Is it gonna be IBF? Immediately popping a defensive with a stun Bleed with a trinket immediately with a grip, locking him down at least, trying to. Gonna be a bit of movement speed for Alv. Got himself a bit of that AMS with a grippy hand. But it's kind of limited on what he can do with Bleed. Looks like Bleed was able to escape out of this scot-free. Did burn a trinket for it, so the next stun lock, there's only so much you can really do. Did I just sacrifice his pet or summon a new one, or do not have a pet out in the open? He may not have a pet off the bat, but Bleed is going to go for a bit of a reset. It's really going to be down to Alf to try to, I guess, wait out for the cats in season stealth. See if you can find him. See if you can claw back a victory or so. Well, Alf is just waiting sweet time. Can't really do much about it, bro. Is Bleed been waiting for... There's always gonna wait for a trinket, right? Stunner to Alf. Gonna be a trinket for the death that immediately chain of ice with a stunner to Bleed. As he's trying to get some bleeds up in there. Could potentially be a big berserk play. Looks like he's gonna go for a bite instead. Not going for the really Bleed. Instead he went in for a bite. Gonna be the pet empowered with a grip, trying to keep him out in the open with a leap as he's trying to see if he can disappear behind the pillar. With Alf trying to see if he can swing around the corner. Still has himself the grip pet available, as well as the Arm of the Dead kind of falling apart. Bleed, get himself a cast off and out. I don't think he had an interrupt available from a pet. I think he was trying to go for an interrupt. Maybe. Oh, doesn't need like a charge interrupt actually. I think the pet may be able to interrupt, but only if it can charge, but that means the enemy gotta be a distance away so the pet can charge. Am I wrong in that, chat, or am I right about that? It looks like Alpha just kind of bleeding out a little by little. Got a stun on the pet, on the cat as it's trying to swing around the corner. Just going for the moonfire, just building the calm points from a distance. I think it's just kind of letting the bleeds do work. Leaping in with a main, potentially could be the big go. Trying to set up a big Feral Frenzy with a main right after, trying for it to follow. Looks like Alf is just done for the count. Just let the bleeds do work as much as possible. Next up is probably going to be Belly maybe? Or maybe one of the Druids? Or maybe Ty? Looks like it's going to be Ty up next versus Bleed. That's going to be... Oh my god, everybody just... What did you do to the boy? Everybody went up. Did you just teabag him and flag him? Is that from the last game? What the? Ty just bleeding out completely. Got himself a Shield of Vengeance. Dropping down a random... What is it called? Reckoning? Just I guess trying to see if he could fish for Feral playing... battleships with him, just randomly taking shots around spots. Immediate stricken by the druid as he's trying to see if he can just pounce out of there. Ty is burning off wings, trying to see if he can catch back up to Bleed. Maybe to pick up eyes if he wants to maybe find him. I don't know if he'll be able to though. He could. It's right there. The Feral trying to see if he can get an opener, but the consecration does deny. But the Bleeds are just gonna set Ty over the edge. Couldn't really do much about it. Next up is going to be Alice as a balance druid, trying to see if they can maybe make a play, potentially. And Bleed is kind of jabbing in the stealth. Alice picking up the eyes, trying to be at least a bit proactive about it. Should be able to moonfire Bleed out in the open. Bleed not deterred, just jumping right in. Going to be a bear form with a bar skin as the pre-wall happens. Did Alice have himself a Omen legendary? Going for the Kirin to pick up to try to reduce any of the dot damage immediately. I love that mock, by the way. It looks deadly. It looks really good, actually. Is that the Warfront, the first Warfront? Trying to see if he can pick himself a little bit of a buff together with the Starburst. If the Feral leaps onto Alice, the Starburst is going to send the guy knocking up in the air. And I think Alice should be able to maybe start getting his Sippy Cup back. What's the cooldown on Sippy Cup for Kyrian? Because that Sippy Cup is going to be huge. Going to be a stun by the Feral Druid. Waited out the Starburst long enough. Alice kind of limited on what they can do. Does get himself a little bit of a self-heal. Has himself renewal in case he needs to as well. So actually got himself like a survivability toolkit going on here. Trying to give himself as much healing as humanly possible. That's going to be another Starfall. It is doing some damage to the enemy team, but not much you can do. He's trying to back up out of this as best as he can. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Vita's like, yo, that guy's attacking me. Hey, Dally, you seeing this? But I'm seeing it. I think he's just trying to see if he can back up out of there. He's just trying to see if he can finish out a couple of these starbursts. Has one right in front of him, but Bleed is able to put some bleeds and get a rake opener before Alice can actually get himself any starbursts whatsoever. Very unfortunate. But I guess he's just gonna have to wait maybe until he gets himself more resources. He does regenerate Astral over time though. And Bleed just doesn't want to commit at all. He goes in, puts some bleeds, and backs up out of there completely. So that's going to be yet another opener. Rake stun by Bleed. Does Alice have another Starfall? Could potentially go for yet another Starfall. I think they have resources. Going to be a trick out of the Bleed. Massive bite into Alice. Wait, the dodge just kind of rotted him down, and then a bite to finish him off. He just went in like really careful, waiting it out, wait until he can get him down, and then all those bleeds into a bite and done. Good for El Solos 5 found once. I believe so too. Star Walker tried to see if he may be able to get himself some Starfalls as well. Picked up a Starburst. And Bleed is looking for yet another Boomy, dude. You're just throwing out all these Boomies at these boys. Super unfortunate. I think the Feral gets definitely an advantage. Star Walker is he aware that the Feral is nearby? I think he more or less knows where he's at. Should be able to Moonfire, Sunfire. Not anywhere near a Starburst. It's going to Barskin immediately. Try to see if he can knock the Feral back for a second. Trying to use some ability in order to back up out of there for a moment. And that's going to be a few instant casts with the Warrior of Aloon. Bear from Barskin really early. But he may be able to get some kind of dots in here, potentially. Maybe? Someone's going to dot it. I'm not sure who. So Starwalker is trying to see if he can maybe reposition. He is playing a Necro or Boomy, so maybe with a dot build, he may be able to make the Moonfire, Sunfire, and the Swarm work for him. Potentially. Bleed, trying to see if he can get some more dots of the Starwalker. Going to be a full burst as he got himself the big Berserk. Going to be Incarnation for Starwalker, trying to see if he can maximize the damage, but the Blades are just rotting him down, having to regrowth the Skull Patch. Unless they make a Flesh Cavern, it's over. My goodness, all these boys have just got absolutely massacred. Feral just didn't let him play at all. Just waited until he got himself the biggest bleeds possible and absolutely just decimated the boys. And Bellator is the last one left for a team too, man. Trying to see if he can maybe make a play. Gonna be leaping in for the eye. Gonna be the Feral leaping on top of him before the Warrior can find him out in the open. I think he's trying to see maybe he can bleed him up and probably root him. Roar into belly. Is gonna see if he can Zerker Rage out of it. Trying to stay on top of the Feral as best as he can. Cyclone does get a reflect for it. Let's go. Big reflect on Cyclone. Trying to see if he may be able to get himself some damage. Got himself the pin. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be massive damage. The Feral is gonna bear up and try to wall this up as best as possible. How is it taking no damage right now? His action is taking 0 damage. Bellator just absolute rampaging the boy. I guess that wall is just that good, huh? Gonna be a tricker for Bellator, trying to see if he can maybe stave off the CC as best as possible. Does see himself the crushing blows? He doesn't, but the dots are really just rotting him down. At least he can go for a bit of damage on the Kelvin Slime. It looks like the Bleeds are just gonna send him over the edge. I don't know if he can survive this anymore. Gonna just move by spam for bleed. Bellator does pick up a little bit of healing within Rage Regeneration. Bash for the Feral. That's gonna be a Cyclone. Nothing Belly can do about it. That is super unfortunate. And Bleed is able to at least get a bit of recovery there. Bellator leaping at him, trying to leap at him again, trying to stay on top of the Feral as best as possible. Another leaper. Does he have a charge around the corner? He does use all the mobility just to catch up. Yet another leaper. How many more leaps do you have? What is going on? How many leaps do you have? What is this? Hold on. What the? He has 4 leaps in a row. So he's definitely playing Leaper Legendary and Barbarian Talent, but I just don't understand. Wait, how do you have 4? I remember they used to have 6 back in the day. Do you still have 6 now? I remember Warriors had 6 leaps and they were amazing for RBGs, but I guess not. Or maybe I got it wrong. Gonna be a Bellator leaping right back towards the Feral, hitting him with a spear. Gonna be a Bleed just going to Bear from. How is it taking Bear? He just absolutely just taking 0 damage while in Bear form. Gonna be Reflect out for Belly. That's gonna be a freebie Cycle for Bleed. Bellator potentially could maybe get him down. He's trying to see if he might be able to get some damage out of that Cycle Bash. Maybe a Cycle doesn't get interrupted. No! So close. As Bleed does at least get himself a little bit of recovery. Bellator needs to charge back at him as soon as he can. Got himself in Rage Regeneration. That's going to give him a little survivability. Big Berserk and full bleeds out for Bleed. Just kind of letting the dots do work on the Bellator. He's trying to see if he may be able to survive. You can feel in the Feral District out of it, and that's going to be a quick bite right after. Not much you can really do. Feral literally had himself a full meal. What is going on? Duels without Ferals wed? Actually, Chad, we haven't had that many Ferals in a long while. Like that many back-to-back Ferals. I think we had on EU. We had One. that's really about it. But yeah, that guy just came and bled everybody up and went into the cooldowns. I don't even know what happened, to be honest. Guess his bleeds sent everybody over the edge. Crazy. Pharaoh vs. Fury. Yeah, Pharaoh vs. Fury is definitely kind of a weird matchup. I think you need a right map for Fury to win. But that map is definitely an easy win for a Pharaoh. That map is definitely one of the easier setups for a Pharaoh. It's not a guaranteed win, but it is a much easier win than anything. That's crazy. The Pharaoh is just the aviator one. Pharaohs in 1v1 or 8s. Yeah, they're pretty nuts, man. They muscle people down. Bees of death? Yeah, they're crazy. There's no map, homie. There's no map that Pharaoh can win in. I think maps that have like that, those pillars in particular are really bad. Also, Mugambali is really bad because of the long pillar and the top side areas. Those maps are just incredibly bad for the rest of the Pharaoh because they just give us so much more of like a mobility element, right? Because your Pharaoh dash around the corner is so much harder to get around than any other class. Like monks also get mobility advantage from there, just having that like offset one side longer than the other pillar. That's gonna be done with my Evolution Fury. Yeah, I think so. Start down late, Mr. Old Duels. All good, Celtic. Don't worry about it, man. Yeah, it's not a good matchup. Well, what's up, Reverend? How you doing, my guy? I'm down for another down. I think we're gonna call it here, boys. I gotta get some more done on the alpha if I want to make sure I maintain my sleep as best as I can, because I actually got some decent sleep. Are we on EU? The Reverends, we are on EU. Friday is, Saturday is NA. Yesterday stream would have been EU. Today's stream is NA. Join next week. Yesterday. I guess in 6 days. Next time we join our next 5v5 duel stream. We'll be announcing that on Discord. You can more than welcome join in, my guy. Last week before season 4. It's gonna be exciting. Necromaxios Fury just closes Spear. That's nice. Dude, I'm surprised he speared the Pharaoh, got him in. Resonator, Pharaoh popped in a bear form, wall, and it took 0 damage. I'm actually impressed. It actually took no damage. I was asking because there's no negatives. That's a good reference. There were some earlier. Chicago and Seavark and DJ were hosting some for a bit. I was saying this one time I had duels, but it's okay. It's all good, boys. All good around. Don't worry about it, man. We're gonna have more duels next week, and then more duels continue on into season 4, and duels over on the alpha. Once more of you boys get access, whether you get alpha, whether you get beta, whether you get either one. Super fun hanging out with all you though. That's the whole burst necro shield, dude. That is incredible. Full burst into a necro bear wall and a shield. That is insane. I got Dre Dog Transfer complete too. Let's go, dude. That's huge. Dre Dog is OG, man. Him and Colbrag, dude. This is some good videos back in the day, honestly. Should benefit with mirror production as well. That's crazy. Yeah. I just watched you like drop a resonator, spear, he has nowhere to go, pops in bear from wall. I'm just like not seeing Hellbuck go anywhere. I'm like, I didn't even notice he had a shield either. I didn't even notice he had a flesh scab. But that's crazy, dude. All that into, oh man. I don't think anyone's gonna miss flash scab once it's gone to Dragonflight. I don't think anybody's gonna miss that at all. These covenant abilities, man. After playing a little bit of alpha, dude, these covenant abilities start to feel silly. I think a lot of you guys, once you get in the alpha or the beta, when you PvP a little bit, you're gonna be like, man, imagine this with Flesh Scab. Imagine this with Kyrian Super Cub. Imagine this with like Night Fae. Those abilities were silly. Certain covenant abilities are gonna make it into class challenge, by the way, like Necrolord Grippy, or Convoke, or I guess Flagellation for sub, or Sepsis for rogues, Kyrian for rogues. I actually can have both the Kyrian and Sepsis. And Flagellation, I think. Yeah. Well, sub, do you get Flagellation? Does it get Sepsis? I don't think it do, maybe. Maybe. Either way, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, boys, thanks so much for coming by. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining, man. What are they going to give covenant abilities for talents for them? I'm interested in what they're going to give to warriors. Yeah, I'm thinking either going to be spear, maybe the banner. I love the banner gameplay, but I think it's going to be the spear. They're definitely going to give you guys Ventier conduits, but it looks like, or soulbind traits as part of your talents. It looks like there's quite a lot of them from the Ventier covenant. I think Condemn is going to make a return. Spear, I think, is going to make a return. But I think besides that, I doubt Aftershock. I would love to see Banner, but I doubt. I think it was going to be Spear and Condemn. They're going to go something like safe picks. I'm surprised they gave Rogues, Kyrian, Night Fae, and Ventier. I am very surprised they gave us all 3. I thought we would get none of them, because they didn't really seem like. There wasn't one that was like, oh, all Druids play Convoke, we have to give him Convoke. All Death Knights play Necrolord, we have to give him Grippy Hand. You know what I mean? I was surprised to give us that. Aftershock? Yeah, Aftershock is really cool. I feel like that was very underrated though. Like, so many people play Banner for PvP, or Spear for everything, or play Condemn at the very, very beginning of the expansion, but Ancient is super underrated, but it's so good. It's just a simple one. It's just big slam, big damage. If you stay in there, you take more damage and you get knockdown effect. It could be really, really nice for PvE. Yes, Chicago people up, dude. You should have been there. I was gonna be a video anyway, Cutzik. Don't worry about it. But that was for a fire build instead of on the chaos build. I wonder if that would be a possibility for a fire build over in the decimating build. Yeah, I think it'd be awesome to have a fire build. Yeah, I hope Destro gets a decimating build. I'm pretty sure they're gonna all get Night Fae ability, but I hope they get like something more fun. Like I thought Night Fae ability, I thought was the most boring ability. It just did some damage. I think maybe it's cool for Night Fae Affliction because of the Drain playstyle. I think it's really cool because I think the Drain build is gonna be part of their talents. But decimating for Destro definitely helps to stay. It's at least kind of fun. But 6 seasons 2's Night Fury, of course, underrated. Yeah, it's really good. It's really fun though. Boys, thank you so much for going by. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you all so much for watching. We're gonna be back here definitely Monday, but maybe tomorrow on Sunday as well. Sunday's usually my day off. I'll see how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like I need a break, I'll take a break and get some work done. But otherwise, we may stream Alpha Saturday, boys. Or Sunday today, Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday. But definitely returning back Monday for your more Alpha stuff. Tuesday should be a new build. I'll try to get some characters done for Weekly Vault, and maybe we'll do some keys on live Tuesday while waiting for the new Alpha build. We'll see how it goes, man. But yo, thank you all so much for watching. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. You guys have a so wonderful evening. And I'll see all you boys in the next stream. Alrighty, boys. Peace.
Come up.